Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to King's Hall. We've got lift-off tonight, the inaugural show brought to you by Lawton in association with Black Atom Promotions, Crate Media, Into Boxing and GIM Partners. What a fantastic show of boxing we have tonight, Dave.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've never been to Stoke before. Interesting place.
It is, and it's a fantastic venue we've got tonight as well. Loads of fantastic shows have been and I've watched here. 4 out of the 6 fights we've got tonight have a hometown fighter as well. And, there's a real atmosphere in here when it kicks off up on that balcony.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think the main event is a trade fight. Jamie Stewart and Benfield. They're two proper pros, aren't they? Everyone who knows boxing knows what to expect. So one's got a draw with Marku, and the other fella fights anyone, and if you're not any good, he beats you. So I'm looking forward to it. Robbie Williams is from Stoke, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Robbie Williams is from Stoke. He's from not too far from here, actually. He's from Tunstall. He loves Stoke so much, he lives in LA, so that'll tell you everything about how loyal to Stoke Robbie Williams is.
Well, I like Robbie Williams. I think he did some good songs. What were your favourite Robbie Williams song?
Let me entertain you, Dave. Let me entertain you. Hopefully we'll get some entertainment here tonight. But no, absolutely, these two lads tonight, both of them are real survivors, but I've spoken with Stewart, and he says he's going to try and be a bit of a different man tonight. He says in the past he's been a bit too keen on trying to make something happen. He says he wants to box a little bit smarter and let his man walk on to something rather than going out there and being on the front foot constantly.
Well, 10 rounds are a long time, and Benfield's got that kind of style. He's going to be there for 10. I expect to see 10 rounds, and I expect Jamie Stewart and his game plan to go straight out the window when Benfield puts it on him. Jamie Stewart's a very tough man, and he's not going to want to take a backward step. I think he's naturally the bigger man, and I think we'll get fireworks from round 1, to be honest.
No, absolutely. When I was talking to Stewart about this, I thought, I'm hearing what you're saying, but I very much imagine this is going to develop into a bit of a scrap. It's what their bread and butter is, isn't it, these two? But I'll be surprised, personally, if it doesn't go to distance, because what you've got there, two hard men who have proved time and time again, they're survivors.
Yeah, I don't think it'll get stopped, because they're very tough. I don't think either's the biggest puncher in the world. The grinders, aren't they? The proper tough old men. So I'm really looking forward to it. That's the main reason why I came. I saw it and I thought, it's not for world titles, and we're not at Wembley, are we? But the atmosphere is going to be somewhere else, and we're going to get a proper boxing match. That's what we're here for, isn't it? Boxing match.
Absolutely. And speaking of Wembley, Stewart in that main event, he has boxed at Wembley. But speaking to him here tonight, he says this is the dream come true. That massive stage that lad's been on, but this King's Hall Stoke in front of a home crowd, go out there and prove what he's worth. He says this is the dream come true.
I'm loving it here, to be honest. This is actually really nice. I came through Stoke, come through some lovely countryside. I come into Stoke and I thought, right, a bit like Donny this, a bit like Doncaster, feel like I'm at home. Got to King's Hall and I thought, where are we here? I thought, this is lovely, this. Came inside and I thought, right, this is proper boxing. It's like York Hall, but maybe a bit, I don't want to say nicer, but it's lovely in here. That's not what I expected.
No, it's a fantastic venue, and it is like York Hall in that you have this balcony upstairs, and when you're in this ring and you have your hometown fans cheering for you up there, it's almost akin to fighting in a pit, almost like gladiator style. You have your fans above you shouting down. If you don't take energy away from that, then I don't know what you're doing wrong.
I really like it. I just noticed there's 2 balconies as well, so yeah, it's good. That really good, 2 balconies.
That's a royal balcony, isn't it? The second one.
It's nice. That if I weren't commentating, I'd be sat up there.
Yeah. There's always time at the end of the night. And then in a co-main event, we have Cash Buttery coming out. Again, another hometown lad with a fantastic following. 3 years to the day since his last fight. He's only 23 years old, but what do you make of ring rust at that age?
It's a big thing. I met Cash 4 years ago at a Sheffield show, a matchroom show, and he came over to me, right? And he went, I'm Cash. And I went, all right, mate, nice one. And he went, I'm the next big thing. And I never forgot, he was so confident, and he meant it. And I'm trying to keep my eye on him, but obviously he's not been boxing, has he? He had an unfortunate incident. And 3 years is a long time out, and Lee Connelly will come and he will try. So if there is ring rust there, if he's off the pace, it could be an hard night for him, because Lee Connelly will come to fight.
Absolutely, Lee always comes to fight. Lee can make it difficult for any man. He's had 93 fights in his time. I have seen that he's talking about this being his last year as a pro. The only men who have ever managed to put Lee out of there, managed to stop him, there's some great names in that list. You got lads like Luke Campbell and Joe Cordina. So yeah, all things considered, we expect Cash to come out tonight and, you know, look good doing it a little bit and get the win. Lee's going to make it hard, but if Cash could ever stop him, he's on an exclusive list there of serious men.
Yeah, I don't think he'll stop him, like, but, you know, they don't call him Flash Cash, but they call him Flash Cash.
Flash Cash.
I thought I meant that up then, I was really happy with myself. Flash Cash. He's got the skills, he's got the speed, I hear good things about him, but it will be a test. I think 3 years out, I know Lee Connelly's record's not the most attractive, but he is tough, he does win rounds every week. Week in, week out, he wins rounds against good kids, so I think it's a good test, and I give Cash a lot of credit. There was easier matches that he could have took for a first fight back, but all credit to him. Yeah, I hope he performs. Like, Lee Connelly's a personal mate of mine. You know, we argue sometimes over stuff. He's a vegan, Lee. Did you know that?
The violent vegan, he calls himself.
Yeah, so he's a lovely man as well. So I hope he wins a couple of rounds at least.
The veganism, do you reckon that's helping him or no?
Well, me and Lee, we always.
You cut steaks out of your diet, and what do you reckon that's doing for your career?
Well, I'm a big. I like steak.
Yeah.
I don't like lamb.
You don't like lamb?
No, I like rabbit. I was brought up on rabbit as a kid. I used to hunt them myself with ferrets and a net.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a country boy as a kid. Like.
What about a ferret? Would you ever try a ferret?
No.
If it fails at its job, you're not having that on.
Well, you just never know the way the world's going at the minute. Electricity and heating bills. You don't know where we're going to end up, do you?
No, you don't know where we're going to end up, especially up in Doncaster and Stoke.
There you go. Yeah.
Exactly. Another thing about Cash as well, you know, in that layoff, of course, he's had the whole world stopped. Every fighter on the card tonight, bar the ones who've made their debuts back in March, they've all had time off because of COVID. So you can't hold that year against him. But then he's had time off with a broken hand, and then the 14 months of it, I believe, was after getting stabbed. So, you know, he's been stabbed, he's punctured his lung, I think like 6 staples in his lung and all this stuff. Coming back from that mentally, going through that fight, 2 weeks in hospital, intensive care, that's got to have an effect on a young man.
It's a bad injury, that one.
It is,
yeah, it's a bad injury. It's not ideal. You know, the broken hand's a bad thing. Obviously, the other stuff, I've never had one of them, but it does sound painful, and it's disruptive. You can't train, you can't even, you know, when I've got a bad arm, I've got another one. Yeah. You know, I've got a bad leg, I've got another one. But obviously,
you got a bad stab wound, you don't want another one, do you?
I guess you've got 2 lungs, but if one's not working, it's hard to get to the gym.
No, of course, absolutely. You know, you have to respect the kid, because at his age, going through that and then turning it into this strength that he's turned it into with this evade the blade that he's doing now. He's got that charity trying to stop knife crime at the source. You know, you've got to have some respect for him. Like you were saying, that way he carries himself, all that confidence he brings into it, he's trying to make it serve a purpose, isn't he?
I just hope we see the same kid that I met like 4 years ago. He's still as confident, he's still brash, he's still got that same style. I just hope that what's happened hasn't took that away from him, you know, because there'd be nothing nicer than seeing a local kid from here, you know, with that backstory, doing what he's trying to do and having some success. So I wish him all the best. But I hope Lee wins a couple of rounds.
Yeah, I don't doubt that Lee can. You know, any bloke who's had 93 fights against any opposition and has only been stopped 8 times, that's a hard man, isn't it? He's a very hard man.
Yeah. I sparred Lee Connelly years ago. I won on points. Yeah.
I appreciate that. And then we've got one light heavyweight bout further down the line, further down the card. You know, for the most part, we've got small blokes fighting here tonight. You know, we've got lightweights, super lightweights. How much are you anticipating these fights going the distance? Do you think we'll get many stoppages tonight? And with the female fights?
I'm looking forward to Becky Ferguson and Kirsty Hill. That's a really good fight. You know, you got a girl 1-0, you got a girl 2-4. You know, Ferguson beat an unbeaten girl last time. And Kirsty Hill's unbeaten. I know it's only one, but she's still unbeaten. So they're going to be trying the best. You know, a lot of small old boxing, you see a lot of prospect journeymen, you know the result. I can tell you the score of these fights. That one I couldn't tell you. John Spencer against Carl Sampson's a cracking fight. Got 33 contests and only won 1 between them, so.
Right, and we have a word here from our promoter, Scott Lawton. Scott, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Yeah. How you feeling about tonight's card? It's a fantastic event you've put on here.
Oh, well, we're trying anyway. No, looking forward to this event. Some good fights tonight, you know, some 50-50s. It won't all be your own wins, I don't think, tonight. I think it's going to be a hard fight. And to be fair, I think that's what we want.
even with that hometown support that you get. I mean, when Kings Hall has hometown support, it goes off, Scott. You know yourself from back in the day.
It's like having an extra player in it. So yeah, the support's always been good in Stoke. So obviously it's going to be no different this time. But Cash has sold a lot of tickets this time as well. Cash has. I reckon he's going to raise the roof, Cash.
And a word from your sponsors as well. You know, we've got Crate Media. We're in association with Into Boxing, Boxing Social. You know, you bring some big names to Stoke, Scott. And we got Big Dave Allen as well in his Sunday best.
Yes. Well, mate, you wouldn't expect him anything else, would you? That's Dave for us.
Well, Dave showed up tonight. He says, I was told I was going to be behind the camera all night, he says. And he showed up dressed like this. I think that's about as Dave Allen as Dave Allen gets. So, yeah, you just have to appreciate it, don't you, Scott?
Yeah, cheers, boys. Nice one.
Cool.
In British boxing since Nassim Hamed. Hello, Joe.
I'll take that.
How you doing, mate?
I'm alright, David. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I've lost my sheep with the bouts on.
This is today's a lucky day.
Thank you very much. Bout one, we've got Sampson against John Spencer.
I've not even got the mic up. I didn't even pick the mic up. I'm not even sure if anyone heard any of that. But yes, I'm joined by the best prospects in British boxing last 20 years, Joe Hayden. And the first fight tonight is Carl Sampson and John Spencer. We know Carl Sampson, don't we, from Sheffield?
We do, yeah. He's a lovely lad, Carl, and he's a brilliant boxer as well, so I'm looking forward to this one.
I think it's an interesting bout with Carl winning 1 in 13 and John being winless in 20. I think it's interesting. I think I would like to see more of these fights. I want to see who the best gym in the UK is. I would love if this became more of a thing and it was a competition and like a knockout tournament, so the winner of this maybe goes on to face Jamie Quinn at the AJ Bell. And then the winner of that then goes on to face MJ Hall.
That sounds familiar, that does.
Yeah, I would love that. I think these gyms don't get enough credit, you know. The best MC in the country walking past us now. Yeah, I think Jamie don't get enough credit, you know. Carl Sampson and John Spencer. So we've got Carl Sampson, 1 and 12 from Sheffield, he's 28 years old, against John Spencer, 32 from Manchester, winless in 20. Well, as we were saying, Joe, it's interesting when you get fighters like this. What do you think? What kind of fight do you think we'll see from these two?
I think, ignore the records, the fight itself is a very... Yeah, ignore the records, I think the fight itself is a very interesting match-up, to be honest. I'm looking forward to watching this one.
Yeah, I'd like to see more of it. I think prospects against Journeyman for me is a bit overplayed. You know, I'm sick of going to shows and there's 10 fight cards on and I could tell you the winner of every fight, Joe. I could tell you what the scores would be. And this is something different. I really don't know how it's going to play out. Later in the card we've got Colin. Is he called Colin? C-O-L-Y-N. Well, we'll call him Bombproof. We've got Bombproof Dean against George Rogers. What do you know about them, Joe?
What's that, sorry, Dave? Can you repeat that? Sorry, I will listen to well.
Sure, I just took 10 minutes to say about the fight that's coming up. I'll repeat myself if you want. And now we're going to go to our MC, Big Tez.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everyone. That's how we are. Professional boxing, live from Kings Hall, Stoke-on-Trent. This evening is presented by Lawton in association with Black Atom Promotions, sponsored by Into Boxing and Boxing Social. This event has been sanctioned by the British Boxing Board inspectors are Mr. Jamie Reynolds, Mr. Brad Middleton, and Mr. Liam Shaw. Our timekeeper of the bell is the ever smooth Jason Booth, and our referees in charge of the action tonight will be Mr. Ken Parker and Mr. Peter McCormick. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get the action underway inside the ring. Are you ready for a night of professional boxing? The first is a middleweight contest scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds, sponsored by Grosvenor Casino. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring from Leicester, George Rogers.
Joe, we've got George up. House, no victories, but he's never been stopped. What do you know about him?
Well, I know he's a 5'9" orthodox, David, that's what I know.
I've had a look at George. He's a very tough man. I've been looking at him as a possible opponent for yourself, actually. He's very tough. And now we've got Colin Dean coming to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a middleweight contest scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds, sponsored by Grosvenor Casino. Introducing first in boxing, Connelly from the blue corner, wearing the grey and black weighing in at 11 stone, 3 pounds, 9 ounces. He comes to the ring for his 20th professional bout. From Leicestershire, George Rogers! And his opponent, boxing Connelly in red corner, wearing the silver and black, weighing in at 11 stone, 2 ounces. Comes to the ring for his 2nd professional bout. After marking his debut with a draw from Shropshire, it's Bulletproof Colin Dean! Ladies and gentlemen, your referee in charge of the action is Mr. Peter McCormick. Your timekeeper of the bell is the ever smooth Jason Booth.
Right, Joe, bout number 1 is underway, and it is Colin Dean against George Rogers. So, not sure what to expect. I've never seen either man in action, but going by the records, could be a 4-rounder. Could go the distance. He looks very tough, does George. So, let's see how it plays out. Dean's coming out. He's got his hands low, actually.
Yeah, looks very confident.
He looks like he might walk onto him if he's not careful. 4 3-minute rounds, Joe, as you know
Nice,
now.
fast start here from both men, which might not pay off in the long run.
Colin's finding something funny, not sure. Good left hook there by Rogers. Good left hook again. I think Rogers, you don't have 19 pro fights in such a short space of time if you can't look after yourself. So he clearly knows the job. And at the minute, I'm not sure about Colin Dean's defence. It does look a bit wild.
I think Colin's come for a scrap today, I think.
Well, Colin's only fight so far on his professional record was a draw. So,
Nice
good right hand there by George Rogers.
And again.
Good left hook. For me, George Rogers having the best of it so far. He's the one who's sticking behind his boxing. You know, Colin Dean just seemed to neglect the basics, and he's come straight with his hands down, looking to take Rogers out with one shot. And if I was training the fighter against the fighter that had 19 fights never been stopped, this would not be the approach. George Rogers is landing the left hook at will, and now he's just thrown 24 body shots combination, which was quite nice. You don't see that from journeyman very often. He cannot miss with the left hook, George Rogers, or the
And
jab.
that's a lovely jab that as well from Rogers. Is
He's outboxing Colin at the moment. He's making him miss, and every time Colin throws the right hand, Rogers is just making him pay with the left hook.
and a lovely jab again.
Yeah, he can't miss with the jab. If I was Colin, you know, to get your hands up a little bit higher, and I wouldn't lead with the right hand because he's just asking for the left hook. Leading with the right hand again. What was your coach say about that, Joe?
Wouldn't be very happy
He
at
would
all.
not be impressed. He's leading with the right hand. Every time he leads with the right hand, he gets clipped with the left hook. George Rogers definitely knows his job. He knows what he's doing.
Nice counter left there as well from Rogers.
Turn southpaw, getting confident. Oh, good shot by Colin. I don't feel like I know well enough to call him Colin at this point.
We could call him Crimmy.
Creamy,
Got a nice little
bomb-proof.
nickname for
Yeah, I
him
like
there.
that. I like that a lot. I wonder what George's nickname is. Doesn't seem to have one yet.
Just George. We'll just go with George.
I quite like George. I think you can see why he's not been stopped. He's definitely winning the first round as well. This will be his first win in his 20th contest. But at the moment, the first round, which has got 10 seconds to go, he has been well in control. I do like the 24 punch combinations he throws once he gets on top of his opponent. Good round for Rogers
very good
there.
first round for Rogers there, yeah.
It's got to be 1-0 Rogers. What do you think the ring goes, Joe? Don't do it, don't do it.
Nice outfits.
Yep. So, Joe, what are you expecting to see in round two?
Well, if it's anything like the first round, then Crimmy, as we call him, will come out firing. But if George Rogers gets behind that jab again, then and then works up close as he was doing, I see a repeat of the first round.
It's got to be 1-0 to Rogers there. And for me, watching that, the longer this goes, the more it will suit Rogers, because Crimmy Dean will start to slow down, and Rogers will jab the other him. So if I'm Dean, I'm going to let my hands a little bit. I don't get behind the jab. You can't lead with the right hand, Joe. How many times have I got to tell you about it? Can't lead with it because he's just throwing onto the left hook every time.
Every time. And again.
Again, he's just leading with the right hand. It's criminal, to be honest. Doing it again. I thought Rogers just get behind the jab. This fight can be won with the jab by either man. Just get behind the jab. You know, that's a lottery there, Joe. Anyone could pull a number out there. Just pull a lucky number out there with that kind of exchange. But get behind the jab. And I think George Rogers will be the first one to throw a jab here. There we go. See, look at the time it gives him. Gives him all kinds of time.
And again, that's a lovely southpaw jab as well. Lovely jabs from both stances.
You can't lead with your backhand. I mean, if you flew me over, you can, but we're at King's Hall in Stoke.
Not at the MGM. But there we go.
Working the body.
Oh, 25 this time.
I like George Rogers. I think he's going to be. He'll prove to be one of the best away fighters in the country. I like him. He's compact. He's tough. He's got a good jab, and he's come to win this one.
That's a lovely southpaw jab again. Oh, a little bit of showboating from Rogers now.
Dean's starting to slow down. If he slows down and keeps leaving that right hand, he's going to walk
with the right hand again. Nice little slip there from Rogers.
He's going to walk onto a big left hook very soon. Starting to get a bit scrappy now. Colin Dean is a bit tired, to be honest, for lack of better terminology. Good job there by both men. For me, Colin's just trying too hard. He wants it so much. Boxing's just gone out the window.
Nice jab there from Crimmy.
Oh,
lovely shot there.
Rogers there with some nice opposition work there. What you'd find in the away corner, grabbing hold. Kind of putting a fire out there before I guess I don't know what I'd say, but There's a bit of a
It's a
fire.
nice little check up there as well from Rodgers.
There was a flame. No more than a flame, but he put it out. Smothered it. Oh, left hook. Crummy needs to be careful. This left hook should end up doing some damage.
He needs a jab, to be honest. He's leading with it, like you say, leading with the right hand every time. I'd like to see Colin throw a few feints and a few jabs and work off them, to be honest.
I'm not sure he's got one at locker. George will start with a jab. How you scoring in this round, Joe?
A lot closer round than the first round, I'd say, but I'll probably have to give it Rodgers again.
Yeah, I think it was a much closer round. You know, Dean landed a really good right hand with about a minute to go, but overall, I did think Rodgers was doing the better work again. And let's just say we are in Stoke. We'll say one to Rodgers and an even round there. But Dean, at this point now, I've gone from one into box to just saying, Colin, just put it on him, son. You know what I mean? I'm not sure there's a jab in the bag, so just get to work and grind these last 2 rounds out, mate, because if not, you can't stand in front of.
Which is where he's had success as well, I think at range.
Watching the replays here.
Lovely left hook there.
Left hook, yeah. He's just falling onto him all the time.
No, but like I say, I think I'd like to see Colin come out and stick it on him a bit more now, because at range that jab that George has got has been working lovely.
Yeah, if I'm with Colin Dean's corner there, I'm just saying, mate, you just have to outwork him and grind this out, because if not, he's going to get out.
So lovely backhand there. He wants to be careful though that he don't time himself out too much at the start of this third round. There's still a long way to go.
I don't think either men are massive punchers. If I'm George Rodgers, I'm just boxing. I think George should just boxing. He's probably boxing again next week. You don't want to sore head. Just get behind your jab and make the other fella miss. Like that. If you're not a big puncher, you just need to take the power out of the shot. So don't put any strain in him. Good body shot there by Rodgers. Landed a lovely one on the left elbow of Dean there. And he has come out of that exchange and he wasn't quick to fire back in. That's my favourite sight of the boxing ring, when an opponent just bounces on the spot. Yeah. And you just think, that's right, have a rest, because you're as tired as me. Definitely feeling the pace there. Put a lot into the first minute. That swing there nearly took my head off. Just gonna get behind. I just implore both men, just get behind the job, because you make the job so much easier for yourself.
Oh, a nice little jab and a slip off it there from Rodgers. And a nice jab in return, knocking the head back.
I definitely think if Rodgers don't get his first pro fight, you know, winning the bag, he'll kick himself, because this is one they can definitely win. I've not seen a feint in 2.5 rounds yet. A feint will make all the difference here.
Massive. A feint had been massive in this one. Oh, nice little bit of work there from Rodgers.
While it's not been the highest of levels, it has been an entertaining start to the night, Joe, to be fair.
It has been a very good start, very fast-paced as well. I'd like to see George pick his shots a little bit more on the ropes instead of just bringing them in.
I think Rodgers has got a decent jab. He knows the crack, but he's getting roped into a bit of a scrap, to be honest, and he could make the job a lot easier for himself. Again, another round where I think Rodgers is probably doing the more work, but when you're in the away corner, oh, good left hook. From George, I'll put it on.
Both swung left hooks at the same time there and almost connected at the same time as well.
He's playing with an absolute beauty. For me now, I think Dean's hurt, to be honest.
He's either hurt or extremely tired.
Oh, he cannot miss.
I think it might be a mixture of both, to be honest.
He cannot miss with the left hook. He cannot miss with it. If I'm Rodgers, I'm just throwing the left hook. I'm just dipping to my left and I'm just throwing it. You're not going to miss. Another round for Rodgers.
Good finish there as well from Rodgers to the round.
For me, Rodgers can't lose his fight if he stays on his feet. I think Rodgers has got the win.
No, I'm going to have to agree with you on that one, Dave.
At the minute, we're at 30-28. How do you score it?
I'll say the same myself.
Cheers, Joe.
It's a good
Good analysis.
Good analogy there.
Yeah. Analysis.
Analogy.
Thank you. Analysis.
I've got an analogy.
Peanut. Joe's losing peanuts.
I have got an analogy.
To peanuts.
Yeah.
I forget the fella sat next to us, he can't hear us. He ain't got a clue what we're talking about. But people at home can hear us. Anyway, Joe. Yeah, I think Dean needs a stoppage here. I think we're in desperate need of a stoppage.
Be interesting to see how he comes out into this last round and how they approach it.
He's gonna have to come out. He's gonna have to come out and just let all hell loose and just try and get Ross out of there. I think Scott Lawton was a really good fighter. You know, Scott Lawton. He bought John Murray. He bought a lot of good fighters in Dean's corner. So he'll know the score.
Leading with the backhand again, and he's got caught 3 times there.
Joe, tell him for me, please.
Shall I get in?
Mate, please
That's
tell him.
That's a lovely backhand hook as well.
I like Rogers. I like what he's about. He's relaxed. He looks like he's enjoying himself.
He's got some lovely work off tonight.
I hope he starts with a jab.
Is that feint?
I think it might have been Joe. No, it's been a good fight, you know. I know myself. We can't all be world beaters, you know what I mean? We can try our best, and these two fellas, you can't really have some. Oh,
that's a lovely backhand there from Rogers. And again, he's putting some nice weight together here.
Yeah. I'm not sure if the stoppage will come, but I think if Rogers focus a little bit more on putting a bit more meat down 1 or 2 instead of 6 or 7 at a time, because in all honesty, Joe, they're about as much use as
someone you got this, Dave. Come on.
Something not very good, and he just needs to just sit down on 1 or 2 punches, just throw 1 or 2 with a bit of power, you know, and instead of 6 or 7 shoe shining, you know, put something down, just throw the left up from there, because he ain't gonna miss it. He has got a nice knack. He does get his out of the way, Rogers. You know,
and he punches off it as well, which is good to see.
And again, he walks into distance. As he walks into distance, he just takes it off the line a little bit.
Stealing a wrist.
More often than not, he'll go underneath there. Well, it's not a jab. He goes underneath the lead right hand,
which is a jab now, I think. Oh, nice jab, yeah. To be honest,
the best work of the fight there, I thought, from Dean.
A little bit eager with that right hand there.
Minutes to go. I would just like to see them a bit more solid. Instead of throwing 8 or 9, just belt him hard.
Balls to the wall.
Oh,
that's a lovely uppercut there.
From Colin there. He's tough, you know, Rogers. He's tough. Another round. He's tough, Rogers. He is tough. I'm not sure the fella can crack very hard, but he did take him very well on the chin, so he says he's been hit low, I think. Good work by Rogers. Just being busy. Colin Dean is absolutely tired. Very tired.
Absolutely clean.
Very tired. And Rogers looks like he's got a bit left. Pull the head down. Pull the head down.
Tactics.
I like that.
Come on.
I like that. He's got experience. I think he's had 19 fights, George Rogers, but I think in a short period of time he's busy. You know, his time is there.
Lovely bit of work here from Rogers.
He's active. He's on the ball. And I'll tell you something, Joe. If George Rogers does not get this decision, there is something seriously wrong. For me, that's at the very worst 39-37.
Great entertaining first fight there. Kicking the show off with a bit of entertainment.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that, actually. You know, like I said, I'm not saying it's that I weren't a world beater, but you know, all we could do is try our best and to entertain, and I thought that was a very entertaining start of the evening. I enjoyed it. You know, it's not every time, it's not every day you come to the show and see a fella that's not 1 in 19. You know, just come and get a win. So I'm really happy for the fella. All smiles there in the Rogers corner. I think they believe they've done what they need to do.
Yeah, they've got to do, haven't they? That were a lovely performance there.
We're going to play a game.
Yeah.
What do you think the referee is going to score it, and what do you score it? I'm going to go 40-37, but he'll score it 39-37.
What's that? Is that 3 rounds to 1?
You got about 10 seconds.
Is that 3 rounds to 1?
Yeah.
You should know I'm no good at maths, Dave. Come on.
Right, we're
I need a sheet of paper and a pencil.
First and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause, please, for what these men inside the ring. It is not amazing match. After 4 rounds of professional boxing, we go to our ref at the ringside. Mr. Ken Parker scores the contest 39-37 in favour of your winner, George Rogers.
Nice to see that. Nice to see George get a win there, and he deserved it as well. Fair play to the ref, because he definitely deserved it, and he won the fight. And we're going to head over to RMC now and speak to George.
George, what a fantastic way to kick off the night, mate. Absolute war there. You know, you landed a lovely shot on him there in the second, but the lad's not called bomb-proof for nothing, is he?
Little bit more fitness, and then maybe I could have stepped on the gas and got the stoppage, but I'm delighted to get a win, to be fair. Delighted, yeah.
Fantastic pace, back and forth. I think you clearly won it.
Thank you.
You know,
Yeah.
what's next for you? Where do you go from here?
Just want to keep active, mate. Just keep active. I want to be out most weeks, up and down the country, loving what I'm doing, mate, to be honest. I love this sport to bits, you know what I mean? Love it to bits. Yeah, me to well to be that does tonight.
There's a bit of frustration coming from your corner at times.
Yeah.
It was scrappy, wasn't it, from beginning to end?
Yeah.
You know, any critiques on your performance? What you're going to work on?
Yeah, I've got to box a little bit more. I've got the range. I've got the height. I'm big at the weight. I just need to utilise that instead. I've got them long arms. I just sometimes fall in on my work, but we keep working. I've got 1 years at this sport, so I'll keep developing and growing.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
was some shining moments there from you. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Best of luck. Yeah, see you in a bit.
Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, it's our second contest of the evening. It's a super lightweight contest. Scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds and sponsored by Jim.
All the controls don't want the interview.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring from Manchester, John Spencer. Introducing first and boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the white and black, weighing in at 9 stone, 10 pounds, 8 ounces. He comes to the ring for his 21st professional bout from Manchester, John Spencer. And his opponent's boxing out of the red corner, wearing the black and grey, weighing in at 9 stone, 12 pounds, 7 ounces. He comes to the ring for his 14th professional bout from Sheffield, Sampson. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee in charge of the action is Mr. Peter Womack. Your timekeeper in the bell is Mr. Jason Stewart.
1-12 and John Spencer 0-20. 33 fights between them and 1 win. So this is a very, very interesting matchup for me. I think it's going to play out.
It is interesting, David. You know what? I'm really looking forward to this fight. Obviously, we know Carl personally through going to his boxing gym in Sheffield, man at top. But no, I'm really looking forward to this one.
It's an interesting match. We'll see pretty early on how it's going to play out. These two, I guess what you would call professional losers, maybe week in, week out in the away corner, giving tests to the prospects. And tonight, they're in there against each other. You know, one of them's got to win. Could be a draw.
Very interesting.
I think the favourite will be Sampson. You know, he has boxed probably definitely a higher level as an amateur. He's a good amateur. Very interesting contest. Very, very, very. You know what? I've never been so intrigued by something for at least 3 weeks. I'm proper intrigued.
I'd love to know what it was 3 weeks ago. What intrigued you, David?
You probably don't.
But as you know, Carl comes from a good gym as well in Sheffield. They manage him. Has produced many good fighters.
Yeah, his old man's in the corner there, Roger. Yeah, and you know, Carl, like, he does, his record is deceiving because he can box, you know, and
nice little bit of work inside there.
We're seeing something different from him tonight because I watched him against Frankie Stringer, I believe it is, on the matchroom card. He was there to survive, really. You know, even when actually being a kid who's had 10, 12 weeks to prepare. And tonight we're seeing him with a bit more confidence, you know, and been a good start to the fight. You know, he can do a bit. John Spencer can look after himself. As the fellow who's working on the mic behind us said, he does look a bit tough, like. He said something to that effect. So yeah, it's been interesting. John's not really come out with too much ambition so far, but Carl has been boxing well. He's switching stances. You know, he's leading the jab. Nice feint there. Be interesting. We'll see if John picks up as we go along.
Lovely boxing here from Carl.
I think they're both boxing well. John's making him miss quite a lot. You know, he's nice and relaxed. He's tucking up. Good work to the body there from Carl. I think we're seeing a lot more ambition from Carl, and I believe that's the difference so far. Tell you what is funny though, Joe. The job for these two men usually week in, week out is making people miss. You know, frustrating them. And John looks like he's keeping that role, and Carl looks like he's just trying to do a bit more work this week. It'd be interesting what they do next week.
It's interesting because we've seen a different side to Carl, a side to Carl that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I think he's working well. He's working the body well. You know, he's definitely winning the round. John is trying to come back with a counter, but Carl's the one on top this round. I think the main difference I'm seeing at the minute is just ambition between the pair of them. Carl does look a bit naturally the bigger as well. What we're seeing in this fight that we didn't see in the first is feints. You know, look at Carl feinting. He's setting John off.
He's being patient as well, trying to work his way in.
Good round there. Carl definitely won the round. Round two coming up. It'd be interesting. I'm intrigued, Joe. I don't want to speak for you, mate, but John Spencer, I want to see some more ambition out of him if he wants to win this fight.
Yeah, it'd be good to see John come forward a little bit more and try to push Carl back himself. Obviously, Carl's had a lot of success on the front foot in the first round, behind that jab and those feints.
Yeah, I thought Carl boxed really well the first round. It's nice to see something different from him. And he can fight. He's a lovely mover. I watched him box the other week. He moved non-stop for 4 rounds, very awkward. But tonight, you see he can do a bit as well. I'm intrigued by John. Is he going to have a go, Joe, or not? I want to know. What do you think?
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it because it'd make it a more interesting fight. But
he can definitely look after himself. He's improved though, hasn't he, John? When I first saw him to now, definitely knows his job. He can look after himself. He's tucking up nice. He's making him miss. But I would like to see a bit more ambition out of him. It would be nice.
Nice work here from Carl. And then step forward and follow that up. That's what I'd like to see John do.
Had a little bit of a go there, John. I think it is hard though, Joe. You know when you get into kind of like, I think he's accepted his role now in the away corner. You know, and week in week out, he comes in with fellas probably, you know, more physically bigger, physically stronger. You know, with proper training camps, and he has to survive. And I think now, you know, he's in there with a fella that on paper is a 50-50. He just can't quite get out of that shell, and Carl's just been a bit too sharp for him. But Carl was a good amateur, you know, he has got that background where he could do a bit. So I've been impressed with John though, because he does look a bit cute in what he's doing. Not cute, you know what I'm saying.
I do know what he's saying.
It's intriguing. It's an intriguing fight. You got a kid from Manchester, and you got a fella from Sheffield. You know, neither will be ticket sellers in the away corner, put together at short notice. I've got to give a lot of credit to, I'm not sure if it was Scott Lawton who promotes the show, whatever put this fight on. You know, it's had a little bit of intrigue for me.
Would be nice to see John get off the ropes. So, like you say, he's stuck in that mode, like you said. But be nice to see him push forward a bit more.
I think the ambition's been knocked out of John, to be honest. You know, you can't fight good kids week in, week out. You know, that are physically stronger than you. You've got good training camps, good amateur backgrounds. And then you can't just say 1 week, you know what, John, go and have a go now. It just don't work like that. I've been there, you know, as Spar Fury and all them. You struggle to get any punches off, and then you end up fighting. You do the same. You can't just go from 0 to 100. It just don't work. And I just think Carl's just a little bit quicker and a little physically bigger, and John's just struggling with that, but he's getting through it easy enough. Two rounds to 0, Joe, you reckon?
Yeah, 2 rounds to Carl.
Highlights here, Joe, what are you making of this?
Nice little exchange there from both men. Some lovely bodywork from Carl.
I think Carl's just a bit physically too big for John, to be honest. I think that's what it's coming down to, just a little bit too big for him. And John is just probably thinking of boxing next week. I'll just get through this and with a minimum of taking the minimal damage.
He loves it, doesn't he? He's enjoying himself in there.
I remember speaking to Carl before his pro debut, and tonight's about 14. You know, these men are busy. They're boxing week in, week out. They're tough men. You know, they're good at what they do. I thought John was starting off there with a bit more of a solid base, but Carl's backed him up pretty sharpish.
Nice use of feints there from Carl.
You know Carl's 1 and 12. Yeah, you know Carl's 1 and 12. If you told me you're 1 and 0 and you're a prospect, I'd believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you. I think he's boxed quite well. I've seen a lot worse prospects than him.
No, definitely. He does box like a very good prospect.
And it would be interesting to see him box like this against other prospects. You know, on the occasion I've seen him, he's a good mover and he moves a lot, but he can do a bit, can't he?
Yeah, he definitely can do a bit.
Good body shot there. Got a smile out of John, and when someone smiles at you, usually might have felt it a little bit.
John's backing himself up into the corner there. I'd like to see him try and push forward a little bit more, like you say.
I think Carl just a little bit too. His feet are a little bit quick and all, aren't they?
Lovely.
John just can't quite match him for speed of foot. I think he does want to let his hands go, John. I just don't think he's got his feet aren't quick enough to get him to where he needs to get to do that.
Carl's stepping out of range nice and fast.
Yeah, you know what? I've seen prospects have more trouble dealing with John than Carl has, to be honest.
We've seen in Carl's previous fights that he's awkward and he's hard to hit on the back foot, but he's showing here that he.
Good shot! Very good shot there by
apart
John.
From that one, he's hard to hit on the front foot as well. John waving him on there.
Dangerous. Only takes one, Joe. Only takes one, mate. Now he's waving him in.
He fancies it now after that shot, John.
He's having to wait though, because his feet aren't quick enough, so he's having to wait for Carl to make a mistake to dive in. I'm Carl now. You've got the job done. You've got the job done. You know, make him chase you now. You see John now. He's waiting with that right hand. He's got his right hand cocked. He's waiting. He's ready for it. We've got 3 minutes and about 3 seconds to go, and I reckon we're going to see another right hand go flying from John.
He wants him to commit so he can throw that again. And here we're going to the fourth and final round, Dave. What do you make of it so far?
Well, it's got to be 3 rounds to 0 to Carl. I think he's boxed really well. He got caught with the right hand by John there. Roger knows his stuff. I really rate Roger, actually. I like the bloke, and he definitely knows his stuff. He's got a real love of boxing, so I've got all the time in the world for him. And he'll have said to Carl, be careful, mate. You know, that's it, really. That's essentially it. Be careful. You know, his feet are too quick. He's 3 rounds up. I'm telling him he's going to have a dance with me. I'm getting well out of the way. Keep out of the way of that right hand, because it looked like he carried a little bit of weight in that 3rd round there.
Yeah, and we saw towards the end of the round John were cocking that right hand as well, looking to throw it again after having a bit of success with it towards the end.
The difference in hand and foot speed is the problem here for John. You know, if Carl's not there to be here, if he just uses his feet there, just get out of the way. Job's done. John just can't let the trigger go. Just can't pull the trigger. Good feints there by Carl. You can see he's got some amateur background to him, a little bit of pedigree to him, you can see. And I think John's hands are just too far away from his body when he throws his punches, too far away. You know, it takes a bit of power and a little bit of speed as well. Way, feinting him back.
Feint for a feint.
I like that, I love it. Can't beat a feint, Joe. It means you ain't got to do anything. It's brilliant. That's why he's got to be careful there, you know, just falling over the front foot, falling in, leaving the chin out to dry. But John Spencer looks like he can crack a little bit to me. I know he's winless, but he definitely looks like he can crack. It's been intriguing, hasn't it? I'd love to see more of these. My good friend MJ Hall has been in touch. He wants to see the journeyman concept knockout thing. I want to see MJ Hall, Dale Harris-Smith.
I was going to say, would you say MJ be a favourite for the tournament?
What weight we're doing, between 10 and 11 stone?
Yeah, let's go for that one.
He's up there. He's a tricky southpaw. He's got some moves, you know. Who's the favourite, Joe? Who do you think?
Give me a list.
It's hard though, the side difference. You know, Quinny pound for pound might be up there as number one, but he's only 10 stone. Can Dale Harris-Smith make 11 stone? That's the question there. Be interesting. I would genuinely like to see more of this. Promoter putting hand in the pocket, paying both fellas, and just saying, look, go and have a go and pick a win at one of you. So I've quite enjoyed this actually.
Yeah, and the thing is, they are good, interesting fights as well.
I want to know who the best journeyman is. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to say he's tougher than him. He went more rounds. He don't get stopped. I want him to box.
Get them in there. Let them have it out together.
12 rounders.
Then we'll see.
I want to see 12 rounders.
12s.
That's what I want to see. The winner of this is boxing MJ Hall next week. Apparently, I want to see it. .40-36, Joe. What are we saying?
Yeah, I'd say Carl took every round there, quite comfortably, to be honest.
I thought he boxed really, really well. And John's improved a hell of a lot since when I first watched him. He knows what he's doing, look after himself, composed. Enjoyed it, it was good. I like the concept of getting these fellas, you know, and throwing them in with each other and saying, go on then boys, get a win, one of you.
There, let's do it again. I want to see it again.
I want to see MJ Hall, Carl Sampson and Dale Harris-Smith take the winner of that. That's what I want to see.
What, triple threat match?
They can't really do that. It'd be hard. It's hard. That's a different concept altogether.
Tables, ladders and chairs, we'll throw them all in.
Here we go. Get in the picture, he says. Come here, Dad. Get in this picture.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause please for both these men inside the ring. And after 4 rounds of professional boxing, we go to our ref man ringside. Mr. Kevin Parker scores the contest 40-36 in favour of your winner. In the red corner, Carl Sampson.
Carl, a nice clear, you know, an emphatic victory there, and you look stylish at points. How are you feeling after that one?
Feeling brilliant, feeling good. As everyone knows in boxing world, I've come into the game, I've gone on the road, I've had my last 13 fights in the away corner, I've won one of them, but tonight I've showed what I can do in homecoming, you know, I've got the skills. Yeah,
and you look good doing it, Carl, as well. You know, like I say, you had some real stylish moments, some nice switch hitting. You look good defensively as well. You know, he's a man who can make it awkward. You've cut your teeth early on, but it's good to see you get a win, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I've tested myself. Everyone that I've boxed has come to me with an unbeaten record. I've boxed kids who've had 13 and won them all, 6 and won them all. You know what I mean? But John tonight is awkward, and he's made a tough stuff. You know what I mean? He does the same thing as what I do. We box week in, week out. So massive respect to him as well.
Yeah, absolutely respect to him. And with a guy like him, you know, you're doing well to ever get him out of there. You hit him flush a good few times. You know, he's a tough man, isn't he? You're going to take him there. Got some valuable rounds for you. Yeah. And you know, and you've picked up the W, haven't you?
Yeah.
I understand. You know, you've got another fight coming up fairly soon, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm boxing again next week in Nottingham. I've got a 6-rounder, so that was just nice. And I boxed last week as well in Liverpool, so I'm active, very active.
I love to see it, mate.
Yeah.
And you know, you're not taking any significant licks there.
No punishment. Like I said, I just kept it at range. Wanted to get them 4 rounds in. Just wanted to win more than out. So we've got it. Now we can move on back into away corner next week.
Absolutely, mate. Well, good luck for next week and well done again.
Massive shout out to Carl Greaves, my manager, for getting me on here. Thank you, Carl. A massive shout out to everyone who supports me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Back over to Dave in the commentary booth.
Dave, are you hungry?
Why, mate?
Because it's tea time.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're on to the contest of the evening. It's a cruiserweight contest, scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds and sponsored by Crate Media. Please welcome to the ring from you all, the public to the rockin', Harry Matthews. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stoke-on-Trent's very own James the Jackal Hughes. Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a cruiserweight contest scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds, sponsored by Crate Media. Introducing first at boxing, out of the blue corner, wearing the black shorts, weighing in at 13 stone, 1 pound 5 ounces. Comes to the ring for his 81st professional bout from York, the Pocket Rocket, Harry Matthews. And his opponent, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the blue, black and gold, weighing in at 13 stone, 1 pound 5 ounces. He comes to the ring for his second professional bout after marking his debut with a win. Ladies and gentlemen, from Stoke-on-Trent, James the Jackal Hughes. The referee in charge of the action for this one is Mr. Ken Parker. Your timekeeper in the middle is the ever-present Mr. Smooth, Joseph Boomer.
Right, so we're up bout 3. We've got James the Jackal Hughes, who has got a lot of support against a very experienced Harry Matthews. How do you see it going, Joe?
I'm going to say a bit of noise in here now. Top tier seems to be full of this lad's fans making a bit of noise, so no, I'm looking forward to this one.
Harry Matthews has been around for a very long time. Early in his career, he's got 16 wins. You know, he's very capable. The other kid looks massive, doesn't he?
He does look like a big lad.
He looks bigger than a jackal, doesn't he? Good left hook there by Matthews. Good right hand as well, he's walked onto a few.
Fast start again.
You can't buy experience, Joe. You can't pretend borrow, buy it, whatever. You know, you got to been there and done it. And he's
Lovely left hook again.
He's working on the left hook in the book. It's a bit like the first fight so far with Rodgers and Dean. Tell you something, these away corner opponents, or journeymen, what you want to call them, they're always in cracking shape, aren't they? You know what I mean? You can't knock them, they're always in great shape. Matthews for me, Matthews.
Nice little left hook to the body there from Matthews, bring it up through the middle.
Matthews can definitely win this one, Matthews. Just compact Matthews. Trying to get his jab going though, Hughes. So yeah, that jab going. He has been caught with a little bit less than he was early on. His head's a little bit in the air. I know he's tall, but he can still get your head out of the way. He can still roll under shots even if he's tall. Matthews is looking for that one over the top.
He's dipping low and throwing that over the top. He's coming to fight Matthews, I think.
It's going to be interesting. If Hughes gets tired and don't start getting his chin down, he's going to end up walking onto one. You look a bit marked up, Hughes, already as well.
There's some nice bodywork from Hughes early on.
Yeah, he did throw a lovely left hook earlier, actually. Yeah, nice and nice shot left hook to the body, which is hard to throw for a tall man. Matthews has settled down now. Lovely jab.
Nice
by
jab
Matthews.
there.
Yeah, lovely jab.
There's some lovely head movement as well.
Yeah, you don't have, how many fights you had? 81 bouts. You don't have 81 bouts this freshman. You can't do it. You know, you'll be found out and be long gone. Nice left hook to the body again. I'm not sure how much was in that, but it was nicely placed. I do think the right hand over the top is there all day for Matthews.
Both swinging big right hands there, both missing.
Matthew gives him a look downstairs, maybe puts the left hand in his belly a few times. I do think that right hand's there for him. Interesting round, Joe. How are you scoring it?
It's a close round, both men getting good work off. I'll probably have to go with James Hughes 1-0 for that one, working well off his jab.
If I'm scoring it impartially, I'm saying it's probably an even round, but probably a 10-9 to the Stoke man there. You're scoring 10-9 Hughes, I'm going 10-10. I'm going an even round. I don't like even rounds, but I really didn't think there was much in it at all.
It was very, very close first round there from both men. Like I said, both men getting good work off.
I do think Matthews is going to land a detonator right hand over the top at some point.
It's looking like it. He keeps dipping low, throwing that big right hand over the top, and I think that's the shot for him with the big, tall, rangier opponent.
Someone's got to go before it though. He's got to get in the eyes though. He's got to put that jab in his belly a few times to disguise it. He's absolutely massive, Hughes. I'd be interested in what they're both weighed in at. He does throw a nice left hook to the body, Hughes, to be fair. He does throw a nice left hook there.
He brings it up under the elbow well. It's a good shot, that.
Yeah, he does throw it well. Good left hook there.
I want to say that Matthews carries some power. I do want to say he looks like a powerful man.
He's powerfully built. I'm not sure if he's a massive puncher or not. His record would not suggest that he is. But what he is very experienced. And he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. And I think the longer this fight goes, I think Matthews will start to come into it even more. Just looking at it, I reckon on lovely right hand there, only caught the end of the punch. What I like about Matthews is when he throws the right hand, no matter where he finishes with it, he does come back with the left hook. And he's now starting to make Hughes work a little bit more. Hughes is only 24, 10 years Matthews junior.
Some lovely movement from Matthews there on inside as well.
Yeah, he definitely knows the score, like. But I'm very impressed with Hughes' body punching, to be honest. Matthews is starting to make him work a little bit more now, really starting to make him work. It's going to get interesting. Did you notice that he just gives his little right hand a little bit of a shake? He's starting to feel the pace a bit, Hughes. It's going to get very interesting.
I'd like to see Hughes get on his jab and get on his bike a little bit here, because I think exchanging it close might favour Matthews a little bit more, to be honest.
That right hand's getting closer and closer, and to be honest, the right hand is dangerous, but I think the left hook that he's finishing off after the right hand with could prove to be more of a problem than the right hand itself. Nice right hook there, close to the body. He just finished with that left hook to the body. Lovely use. He does throw a nice left hook to the body.
That brings it up lovely there to the body.
I know a bit about left hooks to the body, Joe. I don't know if you know about that, but I know a bit.
Is that the famous?
No comment, Joe. Let's go on with the boxing, mate. Let's keep it professional. I've enjoyed this bout as well. Matthews is definitely well in this. He does finish that left hook. I just feel like that left hook at some point, if Hughes continues to tire and his chin gets a little bit higher, he's going to be in big trouble with that. Another close round, Joe. Another close round.
I'm really enjoying this one, you know. That's a lovely left hook to the body again. Them hooks to the body from Hughes are lovely shots.
He's throwing a nice body shot. How he's going that round, Joe?
Again, a close round. I don't know. I'm going to have to give it Hughes again, to be honest. I think he's working well off his jab. His body work inside's really well. And Matthews obviously getting some good work off himself, but now I'm going to have to give it to Hughes.
If we're being impartial, I'd say both rounds are really close and difficult to split. But we are in Stoke and there's a balcony full, so you might be right, Joe. We might give it to Hughes again. I'm impressed with Hughes. I think he throws a nice left hook to the body. I do think he's starting to feel the pace a bit, and Matthews probably feeling the pace himself, but he's got that experience, and that right hand followed by that left hook is going to land at some point in the next 2 rounds. How will Hughes take it? That'll tell us how that fight's going to go. Lovely left hook to the body there by Hughes, by the way.
That would be very interesting to see when that left hook does eventually land, how Hughes takes that left hook and fights off it.
Interesting start to the round. Matthews coming out jabbing to the body, which I like to see. Hughes is massive at the weight. I'm very intrigued what he weighs. Lovely left hook there. Lovely left hook.
Off the back of some nice head movement as well from Matthews there.
Start the round boxing. I wonder if he's going to start like this and towards the end of the round he's going to start putting the pressure on. Lovely left hook.
And a lovely left hook again. Yeah, that left hook to the body is a lovely shot for Hughes, isn't it?
Yeah, he throws it really nice. That left hook is getting closer and closer. I like Matthews to put that right hand a bit lower, put it downstairs so you land with it. Hit the right hand, throw the left hook off that right hand to the body. Want to bowl it over, aim for the middle of his bicep and then throw the left hook off that. He's really making Hughes work now, really making him work. Marv's starting to open up a little bit, uses box really well, but I think Matthews now, his experience is really starting to show. Yep. That right hand's going to come crashing over soon, Joe, and that left hook's going to
lovely
really
little counter right hand as well there.
They're both showing flashes of a nice boxing. Hughes has got a bit, but I think that experience now, the experience more than anything, not strength, just experience. He's been here a million times before. He's been here 81 times before, to be precise. Just missed it there. That right hand was a little bit lower though. He did aim it a little bit lower.
Like you say, David, it'd be good to see Matthews throw that left hook downstairs as well instead of going upstairs every time, because they'll eventually start bringing the hands down and then it'll start landing upstairs off the back of that.
Yeah, he's got to start hitting Hughes more. Hit him anyway, hit him in the arms, the elbow, the hip, aim for the hip. I love an hip shot. Matthews making him miss a little bit more now, looks like having a bit of a breather. Matthews are winning this round, 45 seconds to go.
Winning it comfortably as well at that, I'd say.
Yeah, and I don't see Hughes getting a second win particularly. Slowed the pace down. I would like to see him just quickening it up now, take Hughes by surprise. He's starting to push Hughes back now at will. You know, Hughes really looks to be slowing down now.
Nice little body shot there on the inside.
Matthews is all manning him now. He's all manning him. And the bad news for Hughes is I don't really see how he's going to turn this around in the last round.
That's a big round there from Matthews. I'd say it's 2-1 now. Matthews brought it back with that one. Good round.
I reckon the referee will see it 2-1 to Hughes, but for me, we've had 2 close rounds and Matthews won that one clearly. I think Matthews will win the last. I don't see how Hughes now he's not only been outboxed there, but he's been bullied around the ring for 3 minutes. You know, not only was he being outjabbed, not only was that right hand coming over the top, not only was Matthews outworking him, he was physically, you know, he was still strong for him, pushing him back. He was starting to bully him. And Hughes at 24 with all this experience behind him, this last round's going to be a struggle for him, I think. Interesting round, Joe. Very interesting
final round.
For me, Matthews was well in this fight, well in it.
It is an interesting last round because for me, I think if I were Hughes, I'd be thinking I want to finish big here, show the crowd that I've won this fight, show the judges that I've won this fight, and not let Matthews get topside of him like he did in the last round.
Well, Matthews has definitely got one round in the bag. Definitely got, if Hughes wants to win this fight, he must win this round. If Hughes doesn't win this round, he doesn't win the fight. A draw's not out of the realm of possibilities. You said yourself you thought Hughes might have got the first two. I thought there was close. Maybe with home advantage, maybe he got them. I just don't see how Hughes can win this last round going off the third. Be a monumental effort if he could win this last round.
They're a lovely little combination that Matthews just threw there. Now we're going to say the double left hook off the back of that right hand over the top. That'd be a lovely combination for him to throw, and he's done it there, and it come off first time.
He didn't put much weight in the left hook to the body. But again, he's starting to outwork him. The first minute of the round's gone. You know, Hughes came out nice and sharp working, and now the experience and that being there, being in that fourth round before, that's coming to the forefront now. Dug a little left hook into the body there himself, Matthews. Now he's starting to push him back, showing who the boss is. That was a bad miss. That was a tired miss there from Hughes. A very, very tired miss. Matthews now just starting to bully now. The technique's kind of gone out the window now. He's just starting to really bully his man and just outstrength him. You know, you're watching this, you're seeing a man struggling with a man around. That's the only winner of this round, is the fellow that's pushing him back. Lovely lead right hand there. Got to go back to putting the left hook behind it. Lovely there, lovely. Minute to go, Joe. Minute to go. Hughes needs a big minute here now to take this home, because Matthews, for me, won the third big, and he's definitely winning the fourth. And I would have given him a shout at winning the first as well.
Hughes needs to throw something with that jab, because the jab's getting read too. He's throwing it on its own, it's getting read way too easy, and it's getting countered every time. Well, no, great last round for Matthews. He's not got it much. He's got some good work off himself, and
yeah, Matthews,
I'd argue say he's took this round as well. So I'd say the last two have gone Matthews' way.
Yeah, there's 15 seconds to go, 10 seconds to go now. Right and left up there. Good end to the fight. Joe, how are you scoring it, mate?
A good entertaining fight. It was a close fight. I'd probably give the first two rounds to Hughes and the last two rounds to Matthews, but I think the last two rounds that Matthews won, he won them more comfortably than Hughes did the first two. But it'd be interesting to see which way the judges give the scorecards.
Matthews was 1, 3 and 4. The first round was very close. I was hesitant towards Matthews, and the second was close, but probably Hughes. So I think the ref will give it 38-38, but I personally would have it 39-38 Matthews. So it'll be interesting which way it goes, and our man Terry T will tell us all about it.
After 4 rounds of professional boxing, our referee, Mr. Dan
I wouldn't argue with that, to be honest. Like I said, first 2 rounds to Hughes, second 2 rounds to Matthews. I think that's a fair score, to be honest.
Just getting back into Bueno, Joe. Yeah, I thought the referee gave it 38, 3 from 3, Joe. Not bragging or out, but yeah, I thought Matthews probably nicked it, but yeah, 38, you know, Matthews will feel a bit hard done by, but back to your mate in the ring now. I don't think we are back in the ring, Joe. Keep talking, mate.
I don't think it's very fair that you sat here eating Buenos and sausage rolls and I'm here eating ice cubes.
Joe, I'm a semi-retired heavyweight. I can eat what I want.
That Bueno does look nice, though.
Tastes even better. Next up, we have what could be fight of the night. Becky Firebomb Ferguson against Kirsty Hill. Becky Ferguson just took the undefeated record of Hannah Bagley, I believe, and Kirsty Hill is unbeaten. Only in one, Joe, but she hasn't lost, so she's still unbeaten technically. Anything to add? Don't read the notes because they're incorrect. Anything to add, Joe?
You know, you put me on spot here, Dave, with very little knowledge, to be honest with you.
I used to watch Kirsty Hill spar Terry Harper.
That's interesting.
And she sparred well. She's got a lot of experience. She had a lot of international fights. And now we're throwing to my man with James Hughes.
So, James, your second professional fight. Unfortunately, you know, your second draw. How are you feeling after that, mate?
Yeah, I feel alright. I feel like I could have worked a bit harder. But that being said, I did take the fight on short notice, so I'm not 100%. So I'm quite happy with the draw because he was a tough lad.
He came to win. You know, he's a tough guy. He came to win, and it felt like he progressed into it a bit better himself as the fight went on. You look much stronger in the beginning, and I think that speaks to what you're saying about not having a full camp. You know, it's not all doom and gloom. You know, you've got a serious amount of support up there. What do you want to say to them?
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to them all. If you weren't for them, I wouldn't be here fine. So I just want to say nice one to everyone.
So what's next for you then after that? You know, as I say, second draw. You know, we want to get a win in that bank, don't we? So where do you go from here?
I've already had a win. Yeah. I just want to get back in the gym, train harder than I have for this and the last one, and then get back to winning ways.
Absolutely, mate. Well, you know, unfortunate, but on to the next one, mate. And best of luck next time out, yeah? Cheers. Back to Dave in the commentary booth.
And now over to Teabag in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're on to our fourth contest of the evening. It's a female lightweight contest scheduled for 6 2-minute rounds, brought to you by Hughes. Please welcome to the ring from Grimsby, Kirsty Hill. Weighing in at 9 stone, 5 pounds, 5 ounces. She comes to the ring for a seventh professional bout. Stoke's very own firebomb, Vicky Ferguson. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee in charge of the action is Mr. Peter McCormack. Your timekeeper in the bell is Mr. Las Vegas himself. It's the other spoon, Jason Boone.
Right, Joe, bout number 4. I think this is going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a very, very frenetic pace contest.
Becky seems to have sold a fair few tickets here, brought a fair few fans with it being in her own town of Stoke as well.
She's from Shrewsbury originally, Joe.
Fighting out of Stoke.
There you go. Interesting start. Not as frenetic as I maybe envisaged.
These words too big for me, David. I need a dictionary. And
Kirsty Hill was, I believe, at 8 amateur contests.
Lovely backhand there from Kirsty.
At international level. So Kirsty Hill must go into that, even though she is in the proverbial away corner, as the favourite. As I said, I watched by Terry Harper, and she knows her way around the boxing ring. But I believe the firebomb is game as a pebble.
I'm going to say she looks game as well.
Yeah, she's been in with everyone, so she took an unbeaten record and interesting contest. I think it'll suit Becky the longer it goes, and Kirsty would like to make it a nice clean boxing contest.
It's a lovely left up from Kirsty there.
That was a nice shot.
Kirsty has started off looking a nice steady boxer.
Yeah, she can box. Like I said, she's got international amateur experience. So, these first 2 or 3 rounds, I would think she would pick them and put them in the bag. But when we get to the second half of the fight, that may well be Becky's territory. But she's getting out of box at the minute, a little by Kirsty.
Picking her shots lovely here, Kirsty.
Just a little bit too fast for her. Oh!
Both girls exchanging her.
Yeah. What do you think to the opening round, Joe?
Again, interesting first round. They're close rounds, these what we're watching here. Both girls landed lovely shots, but I'll probably give that first round to Kirsty. I think
Kirsty's
she's boxed.
won it by a mile, Joe. Get real, mate. Come on, she absolutely won by a mile. She outboxed her. Come on, Joe.
She boxed nice, but
come on, Joe. Tell the truth. Come on. I think Becky's going to come into this the longer it goes. She's stronger. What are you saying? And remember, these are only 2-minute rounds, everyone. The clock says 3, they're not the 2s. So yeah, I thought Kirsty won the round. I thought she outboxed Becky. Joe scored it at 10-10.
I did not score it at 10-10. I thought Kirsty boxed lovely there, and but both girls exchanging good shots.
It was a good round. It was interesting, but Becky, I think, will come in the longer it goes, and Kirsty does need these early rounds in the bag. She loves that left hook, doesn't she? That's where she's got to work now, Becky. That's where she's got to get her work done up close. She looks a very strong woman, doesn't she?
She does look a strong woman.
Them shorts are nice as well. I've got them in blue.
They're what you wore at the at Ponsford?
At the Ponsford International Sports Arena, yes. She can box, Kirsty Hill, to be fair to her.
Good start to the second round here.
Yeah. Becky's making the fight the only kind of fight I believe that she can win this fight with, and that's just making it a bit dirty and a bit, using her strength and her toughness. She can't stand off Kirsty and let her box. She's got to be back on her straight away.
She's winging that left hook in.
If you don't buy a ticket, Joe, you can't win the lottery, mate. She's got a nice job, Kirsty. She's got a nice job and she uses it. A coach over there, he ran the amateur course. I got my licence on.
He ran it?
Yeah, he ran the course. So he's been working in amateur boxing a long time. So nice fella as well he is. Good body shot there from nice Kirsty. Work, Kirsty. Yeah, good boxing. You can see the amateur experience here showing through the difference between them.
Feint and then a 1-2 off the back of it there from Kirsty as well. That was nice. That.
Yeah, you can see she's had them 49 amateur contests. It's really showing. Nice body shots again. Good straight right. Joe, how are you scoring this, mate?
Nah, I nearly said Becky Hill then, that's the singer. Kirsty Hill.
Oh, that song she sang, Remember.
I don't remember.
Remember?
I don't remember.
It was a good song it was.
Sing it, I might remember.
Can't tell you. Anyway, 2-0
I thought Kirsty took that hill.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Took that hill.
Kirsty Hill is boxing really well.
Round.
She's boxing really, really well. Becky Ferguson's not really doing too much wrong with what she's got. She's just getting outboxed.
I think Kirsty started to work the body well in that second round as well, and that backhand and lead up to the body landing nicely.
Yeah, she's a very good boxer. I still think it could get interesting down the line, but I'm not sure Becky's putting enough pressure on or really making too much of an impact on Kirsty that's going to show later on. There's nothing that shows me Kirsty's going to fade down the stretch here, so be interesting. You know, if Kirsty puts Becky on the back foot, it's over as a contest, really. You know, if I'm trying to call them by the second names. If Hill puts Ferguson on the back foot, this is over as a contest, really.
It's a nice job there from Hill. And this is where Becky has to work.
Yeah, Ferguson's she's got to make it count there. Once you get there, you've really, really got to make that count. I think not for the first time, hand speed has been the key factor with the difference between the two fighters. Hill's just a little bit better school, more experience, and at the moment, the difference in hand and foot speed has been the main factor in the difference between the two of them. Good jobs there by Hill.
Lovely double job.
Good shots again. There's no clock on the screen now, but I believe there's about 23 seconds to go. This kind of pace is just suiting Kirsty down to the ground, you know.
This is what Kirsty wants. She wants to box at this pace, nice and steady.
Yeah, she's controlling things now with a jab, you know. And Becky's starting on the back foot. Lovely right hand there from Hill. Right hand to the body as well. 3-0 Hill.
That right hand to body from Hill's been a lovely shot.
Yeah, it wouldn't be very pleasant, that one. Yeah, it's 3-0 Hill, you know. Becky's getting to the point now where she's really got to put it all on the line.
Do you think she can?
I don't think so. I don't think she's made enough of an impression in the first 3 rounds for me to say that she's gonna turn this round. I don't think she will. I think it's going to get easier for Hill as it goes on now. The pace, you know, Becky can't really make it a tempo for Hill to be uncomfortable to get out of a boxing. So at this point, it's looking like a shutout for Hill, but she's throwing that left hook. So you know, if you don't buy a ticket, Joe, you can't win it, can you?
Kirsty seemed to sprint into the middle of the ring this round. I wonder if she's coming out with a different style this round, wanting to push Becky back herself.
Okay, so stick behind what's got you a 3-round advantage to this point. Ferguson's a strong woman, you can see she's got a bit of digging them shots as well, so if I'm Casey, I'm just doing what's winning the fight. I like how she roll out there off the right hand, she's rolling underneath. You know, she's thinking about what's coming back, which can only bode well. I don't think Casey's a big puncher, I think that's why, you know, she's punching combination in volume, and that's what's making the difference here, because Ferguson's going for the big one, and Casey's just picking her off and beating her with volume. That was nice work really from Casey. She's boxing really, really well.
Like you say, the speed of her feet has been a massive factor in this fight. She's just never there.
Yeah, I think for me the difference in the amateur experience, the background, you can see one's a very well-schooled boxer, you know, done the ABA route, and I'm not sure Becky's background, but I know she's not anywhere near 49 amateur fights. You know, Becky's a very tough, strong, you know, got, you know, strong will, determination, but, you know, there's not that long to take you so far when you're boxing a girl that really knows her job. And you don't box at international level, Joe, if you can't do a bit. Nice work up close there by Hughes. She's throwing a lovely little short left up.
Nice little uppercut inside there as well.
Last 10, 2 rounds to go. Nice right hand.
Oh, is this
Well, that fire alarm?
I think it might be. Someone open fire, though.
Well, Kirsteel's on fire, Joe.
Well,
that might be it. 4-0.
Unless
4-0 Hill.
Unless Ferguson's crowd have attempted to get the show stopped.
At this point, she's not going to turn it around. Hill's in complete control, and like we said, the more that Ferguson, you know, the pace slows and she can't put the pressure on Hill and smother her and try and do work up close. You know, it's going to become more and more hard work for her, and Hill's really, really, really running away with this. You know, you can't see this any other way than 4-0 Hill at the minute. Controlling things like jab there, you know, one fighter leading with a jab, and one fighter leading with a right hook. So, you know, that's the story so far in this one.
The jab and the fast feet from Hill have been lovely to watch in this fight. She's jabbing, she's stabbing, she's getting her work off, picking her shots nicely, and then she's gone. She's nowhere to be seen. Yeah,
the longer this goes, it's going to become painful for Ferguson as we go. You know, she's very tough, but.
Nice feint there as well from
now the pace is slowing. I think that there's going to be a home for that right hand. It's going to land more frequent as we go. And you don't have 49 fights as an amateur if you fall apart. So Hill, you know, she's more than tough enough.
Nice little 1-2 counter there from Hill.
Yeah, at this point it's very, very one-sided now. You know, Ferguson hasn't got it in and out to really to smother, and when she does attempt that, she's a little bit slow off the mark, and Hill's just countering her. It's becoming a little bit painful to watch at this point. That right hands the body. She's really.
That's a great shot. That.
Yeah, she's really stuck with that, and it's paying dividends. You know, Ferguson really has slowed down the last couple of rounds.
A nice little double lead hook on the inside there as well from Hill, body head.
Yeah, I think she's quite good, to be honest. She's a lot. That's a lovely right hand to the body there. That little straight right to the body was a lovely shot. She's as good as most prospects I've seen around the 9-stone mark. I think she's a good addition to the mix, especially domestically. You do a lot worse than tearing with some of these names that you see on the big shows and in with poor foreign opposition. Put Kirsty in with them because she'll give them all the run for the money. work there from Hill. She just got a little bit sharper. And at this point now, the 6th round's going to go like the other 5, I'm afraid, and maybe a little bit more painful for Becky. She's just being outboxed. There's just a few levels between the girls here in terms of ring craft and experience, and but just got the basics down. Kirsty's got the basics down, and she's good at it. So you can't score this any other way than 5 rounds still at the moment. You had the first round level, but apart from that, Joe,
having my life here.
The good thing about Ferguson, she's never stopped trying though.
And that's all she needs to do, march forward and throw her shots like that, those hooks that she can throw.
But the problem with that is she will slow down. This is a 2-minute round, she can't keep that going, and when she slows down, Kirsty's going to pick her off. She's at home for that straight right. In this round we'll see a lot of the right hand off the feint.
She's got a lovely jab.
Lovely right hand. The straight right hand is there all day for her.
Upstairs and down as well.
And again, she'll not miss with the straight right hand this round. She can't. Very, very tough one. I don't think she's going to get her out of there, but at this point, she's just giving her a bit of a steady drubbing, really, just a bit of a good hiding. So there again, it's there all the time. She rushed it a little bit there. Just get behind the jab, and if it comes, it comes.
The experience and the skill that Kirsty's got shining through in this one, isn't it?
Yeah, Kirsty, it's just the experience factor really. And Kirsty, a good amateur gym. She's got good basics. Look at that, straight down to the body. On the lovely right hand upstairs.
Rolling off that backhand, lovely.
And instead of panicking and thinking, I'll just get her out of there, straight back down to the body. Slow down a little bit more. She's not going to stop Ferguson anyway, so you might as well just keep picking and poking. Lovely right hand to the body. She's very good, Kirsty, actually. She's good. To get to the top level, male, female, whatever it may be, does she have the power and the strength for that? I'm not sure. But she's very, very, very good at boxing. And she's got the physicality to go to the highest level, I'm not sure. But she can certainly box, and for me, I don't see anything other than a 60-54 points decision here, Joe. What do you say?
No, I agree with that one. Kirsty won every round there very easily, to be honest. Like I say, the experience and the skill that she's got some through, and she beautiful display of boxing there from Kirsty.
What are you scoring it, Joe?
I'll score it every round to Kirsty.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised. Referee might find a round to sneak in there for a draw, but anything other than here in 61st, I'd be disappointed.
Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, can we have a round of applause, please, for these female warriors inside the ring. After 6 rounds of professional boxing, we go to the left at ringside. Mr. Kevin Parker scores the contest 16-54 in favour of the winner, and still with a 100% record in the blue corner, Kirsty Hill.
Yeah, shout win there for Kirsty. Thought she boxed great. I'd be interested to watch she goes next, and Becky will be testing prospects soon. We're gonna jump over now to Kirsty and see what she thinks.
Trying to say?
Absolutely. He's better dressed though.
What have I done wrong? 2-0 now, isn't it? 2-0. Yeah. So, you've just gone 2-0 there against the hometown crowd. How are you feeling?
I'm absolutely buzzing. Yeah, I lost box in March, so I had like some cancellations and stuff, so I've been eager to get out. So when this came up, just took it and just lucky, to get in there and box again. So yeah, absolutely buzzing to get to 2-0.
And you look good consistently throughout. Anytime it was at range, it was entirely your fight. I think what shone through there was that amateur pedigree that you're bringing into it. That she just isn't, is she? But you look really good out there, especially when it was at range.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I think I settled into it well. But I knew she'd be game. It was a tough fight. She pushed me from start to finish. She's in front of her home crowd, and she's ready for it. So yeah, I knew it was going to have to be switched on to come and win. So yeah, I think we did that, and yeah, looking forward to the next one.
She caught you with a lovely left hook there in the 6th round when you're over in your home corner. You did well to take that, it looked like.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's something we've been working on in the gym. So it's different, when you're working on it in the gym to put it in a fight. So yeah, I'm just glad that I take on board what Andy says and just trying to apply it and get better each time I'm out.
And as a coach, how do you feel about that performance? You happy overall?
Absolutely. I thought, bearing in mind that she's boxing away from home, it's the first chance that she's done that as a professional. So yeah, I think she boxed to the game plan. It's just about now building up a record, and hopefully we keep calling out the big names. I know it's quite early after only 2 fights, but she's got the amateur pedigree, so I think it's time. Age isn't necessarily on the side.
Any names in mind?
All of them. Anyone. I just want an opportunity. There's some good boxers out there, and I want to challenge myself. I want to get better and level up. I want to prove that I'm up there. I just want an opportunity, really. So anyone.
Well, I look forward to seeing it, and best of luck in the next one, mate. Well done. Look great. Cheers, brother. Back over to Dave in the commentary booth. Well done, my mate.
Now over to our MC in the ring, T.
Ladies and gentlemen, we come on to our 5th contest of the evening. It's a welterweight contest scheduled for 6 3-minute rounds. Brought to you by Into Boxing and Boxing Social. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring, Derbyshire's very own violent vegan, Connelly. boxing and boxing social. Introducing first the boxing out of the blue corner in the blue and gold, weighing in at 10 stone. Rounds comes to the ring for his 94th professional bout. Derbyshires very own violent vegan Lee Connelly. And his opponent, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the white with gold and black trim, weighing in at 9 stone, 12 pounds 4 ounces. He comes to the ring with a 100% crowd level, Sampson, from Stoke, Flash, ladies and gentlemen, your referee in charge of the middle of this ball, Peter Woodward, your 20 bell is the other spoon, we got it, Jason.
Stoke's very own Flash Cash Buttery, and he looks very hyped up tonight, doesn't he?
He does, he looks very hyped up and he looks very confident as well. He's in good shape, I'll give him that. The crowd making a lot of noise for him here tonight.
I anticipated early on, Flash would get the biggest pop on his way out here tonight. Let's see how he does.
I see this being a good fight, to be honest, because I know Lee personally, and Lee can box, So this would be a good test for Flash.
93 fights Lee's had, way more experience than Flash. And another thing you have to consider, Cash is coming off a 3-year layoff. It's 3 years to the day of his last fight.
Fancy that, 3 years to the day. That's a coinkydink, innit? But no, I see this. I'm looking forward to watching this fight, to be honest. I see this being a good fight.
And with someone like Lee as well, valuable bit of time in the bank for Cash coming through a fight like this. And hopefully he gets through it. Looks good doing it under a home crowd. But you have to respect Lee. Lee's saying this is going to be his last year as a pro.
Massive. It's a massive bit of experience for Johnson. This boxing the likes of Lee Connelly. It's a good fast start from Johnson.
Absolutely, yeah. He's pushing the pace. He's establishing a nice jab early on. That's the thing with Lee. It's the same in all his fights. He just covers up so well. He's an absolute nightmare to get a hand on.
Yeah, you've got to pick your shots nice with Lee and set him up. He knows what he's on with Lee, and you can't get away with just throwing the one shots at him and landing on him. You got to set your shots up nicely with people like Lee.
Nice sharp jab there from Cash. With the nickname, Flash Cash, it's nice and everything to see that bit of flashness come from him, but with a guy like Lee in front of him, you want him sticking to the fundamentals, and you want him boxing to the best of his ability, and he's doing that here tonight.
Definitely. I'd like to see a few feints from Flash here. But nice to see him feinting a little bit, making Lee drop his hands and punching off of him.
Absolutely, and with the pace that Cash, there's your flashness there for you. With the pace that Cash is pushing, Lee doesn't let his hands go as often as Cash does. So Cash is hoping for some counter-punching opportunities. He's just not going to get them. So, like you say, we need them feints off, and we need to get him to draw Lee onto something.
Lovely bit of movement there from Flash, forcing Lee to fall onto the ropes off balance.
Right hand just skinned Lee there. Good first round.
That's a good first round for Johnson. Johnson one up. It'd be good to see if he can keep this pace as well for the following rounds, because he set a good pace there, and he won that round quite comfortably, I'd say.
He set a strong pace, and of course, as we say, 3-year layoff. He's coming back off multiple injuries. I'm keen to see how he gets on as the rounds progress. I'll pass you back over to your commentator, Mr. Dave Allen.
David.
Hello, when I'm back.
How do?
I went for a wee, but when I come back, my seat had been took. I watched the first round. He's fastest kid, isn't he? He's sharp. But he's moving a lot, Joe. He's moving a hell of a lot.
Moving a lot, bouncing a lot. I'd like to see him settle down on his feet, throw a few feints and punch off of them, to be honest, Dave.
It'll be a long night if you think he's going to move like that for the duration of this contest for Lee, because he'll have to slow down at some point. It'll be interesting though, because if Lee fancies it, you'll know about it, because he'll have a proper go. So it's going to get interesting this part, I believe.
And I feel Flash Johnson will want to come and put on a big performance tonight as well. He's brought quite a few fans, and he's not boxed in 3 years. So after his 3-year layoff, I think he'll be wanting a big performance to come back on.
3 years, long time out of the ring.
3 years to the day.
I don't think he's a big puncher. He's sharp, but he just let 7 or 8 shots go there. So be interesting if he can keep this going for tonight. Never mind moving forward to 12 rounds. So Lee's not done too much so far, which makes me think he might be a bigger puncher than meets the eye. But be interesting as we go. Only 45 seconds of the round gone. 3 minutes is a very long time. He's trying to get his jab going there. Got good reflexes, Cash. But he's moving, he's expanding a hell of a lot of energy. We're only a round and a half in. Not even that. Lovely job by Lee. Lee Connelly's very underrated. He can box, Lee. If Lee was a puncher, he'd have won area titles and maybe gone a little bit further.
Yeah, Lee is a very good boxer.
Yeah, he can box, he's tough. Just lacks the physicality we was talking about earlier to go where you want to go in this game, but Cash, he's slowed down a little bit already, It's very hard to maintain that kind of pace over, 4 and 6, never mind, moving on to 8, 10 and 12, so he's getting his chin out the way at the minute, but he doesn't want to be just pulling his head back like that the later we go in this contest when he starts to slow down a little bit.
And a fighter with Lee's experience as well, he'll pick up these little keys, and he'll know, and he'll be being patient, taking his time with it, and he'll be waiting for it.
Yeah, you can see Cash has got a lot of ability. He's a good athlete, fast, good reflexes, but he's feeling the pace, to be honest. 3 years out, he's feeling the pace a little bit. Be interesting in the second half of this contest when Lee starts to put his foot down and put the pressure on, how this will go. Lee's been a lot more patient than we last watched him in action, Rotherham Magna, and he didn't half have a go.
Cracking fight as well.
Well, that for me, there a lot of wasted motion there. Just walk your way around the ring, and you don't need to expend that kind of energy. We've been told it is indeed a 6-round contest, so this could get very, very, very interesting. So I think the longer it goes, Lee will start to fancy this.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, the wasted movement from Cash, he's keeping quite a high pace as well throughout. So it'd be interesting to see if he can keep that pace up with Lee, and obviously Lee will start to come into his own as well as he settles into the fight.
Yeah, I think with Cash, he's a very good athlete, very sharp and fast, but he's just doing it at the wrong times. Be sharp and fast when you're hitting him, not when you trying to think a word there. My vocabulary is not the largest, but just chuff him, be fast when you got to be, not all the time. Don't be sprinting around the ring for no reason, because Lee's too experienced for that. He'll just follow you and cut you off. Be sharp when you punch him, be sharp when you get your head out of the way. Don't be running around the ring like bloody roadrunner. Do you know what I mean? I want Lee to make him work hard early in the round, make him work hard, and let's see if he can do this 3-minute round. Some beard on Lee, that beard's unbelievable, isn't it?
It's a good beard, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's unbelievable. 34-year-old, I think, Lee.
That's that vegan diet, isn't it? It's got to be.
34-year-old, bloody hell.
Don't look a day over 21.
I look like I could be his dad.
He's starting to get into this a bit. I think Cash, he's getting behind his jab. Like, going cash box like this, it's lovely.
Slowed his feet down a lot more into
Slow your feet
the start
down,
of this third round.
jab, punch combination, walk off. Don't run away.
A lovely bit of work there.
He's definitely got a bit. Definitely got a bit. It says here that he's a national amateur champion back in the day. They don't hand them out. You've got to be a good fighter to win a national amateur championship. Trust me, I've got one at home. You've got to be good. And it weren't a novice one either, before you ask. It were a proper one. Proper open class. Anyway,
proper
Joe.
one.
Lee Connelly, up your feet, please. Quicken yourself up, Lee. Come on.
Yeah, it'd be good to see a bit of what Lee showed at the Magna the other week, and what an explosive fight that was the other week.
I think Cash is performing much better this round. He slowed his feet down. He's using a jab. He's punching fast and hard in combination, and then he's just walking away, taking his time. His chin's in the air, but he's got very good reflex. Right, he does pull his head out of the way. Lee Connelly's beard is exceptional. He's halfway through a 6 rounder, not a hair out of place.
You know what as well? He's got a good hairline as well, hasn't he?
He's got the same hairline as when he was like 6. He ain't got any further. When I was 6, my hairline started at me bloody eyebrows. And now it's halfway down my back.
Lee's loving it at the minute. He's loving it.
When you watch these journeymen, I know Lee acting like this tells me Cash is a bit too sharp and a bit too good, but he's not a big puncher. That's what that's telling me at the minute.
A lot of movement again from Cash. I'd like to see Cash throw a few feints, though. He's not thrown a feint at this fight, and I feel like feints have worked quite well for him.
Yeah, I think for 3 years I think he's boxing well. I would like Lee to test him a bit more.
A little bit of showboating going off here.
Good fight for him. That's only 3 rounds down. There's still 3 rounds to go.
I can't help but think Lee would like that sort of fight though, like we had towards the end of the round there. I think that'd suit Lee a bit more.
This is Lee's 94 contest. There's nothing he hasn't seen or done. The doctor's going to look at his eye, just a bit of swelling. It's interesting. You know, Cash is free up, there's no doubt in it, but there is fights you can just fall into an hole at times, and he's definitely feeling the pace. Lee's not a puncher, to be honest, but I just want Lee to pick it up now. Let's push this kid. Let's see. He's 23 now, Cash. Let's see what he's got. Enswell all over the place in the 3rd row. Roger Enswell's in the 3rd row. He's not getting it back. It's gone.
Well, like you say, Dave, 3 years out the ring to the day. You've got to feel that, haven't you? You are going to feel it. Whether
the nerves,
activity's massive.
Think of the nerves involved when you've been out the ring a while. The nerves, everything. Spar all the rounds you want. You know, he's not at King's Hall in Stoke. Robbie Williams has sang here, Joe. The pressure's unbelievable. And Lee Connelly can do a bit. He's got a jab. He's tough. You look at that man on the other side of the ring with his perfectly shaped beard. You know he's here for business. Lee is here for business, and he's going to test this young man tonight at King's Hall. Are you seeing it, Joe?
No, it's been a good fight so far.
Lee Connelly is fancying it. Come on, Lee.
Lovely little double left up there from Lee.
Come on, I wish Cash would concentrate on the ring. Don't look at the crowd. Hit him back. Starts to get interesting now.
This is Lee's kind of fight now.
Yeah, and he's banging that body. And
this is where Lee wants to be.
And Cash doing the old Philly shell, but he's getting a bit tired. His reflexes aren't what they are, Joe. The decibels in my voice are higher all the time. He's picking up here. Picking up in Stoke.
If you can't tell by the sound of Dave's voice, this fight is getting entertaining.
We're going to find out tonight if Lee Connelly can do it on a Saturday night in Stoke, Joe. That's what we're about to find out.
With a perfect beard, maybe. Lovely left up there from Lee.
He's not missing him. He's digging the body. He's making him work really hard. And Cash can box sharp and fast, Joe. Can he fight, Joe? That's what we're about to find out tonight. Come on, Lee.
Nice feet to get out of the way there from Cash.
I'm not saying I want Lee to win, but I want Cash to be tested. I want to see what he's got 3 years out. Has he got it? This is a good round for Lee. Lee's winning this round. He's done all the work. He's done all the good work. He's hitting the body.
It's been a great round from Lee.
Cash is feeling the pace. He's landed a nice little, I believe it was a left hook. It keeps changing his stance all the time. Not doing me no favours, Joe. I can't tell where he's coming from. Back on his box.
He's scaring me when he's leaping out like that with his feet. He's leaving his chin high up in the air. It's a bit worrying to see that.
It's a good job Lee's not a big puncher. He'll not mind me saying that, Lee. That's bad, Lee once. I beat him on points every round. Couldn't get near me.
Only a few pound at weight, like.
Back of the head there. My assistant says at the side of me, I didn't see it myself. Lee is really making this young kid work now. 3 years out now, this is where it will start to show. This is where it will show. We've just seen Roger Sampson start to sit forward down the ring apron. He knows it's getting interesting, it's getting tasty.
3 years out the ring and you've come back with your first fight. And you're fighting someone who's fighting every week.
Yeah, exactly. He's on the ball. He's hitting that body, Lee. And I'm getting excited. He's starting to look away now. Lee's fancying it. And so's Roger.
Lee's had a lovely round.
He's really making him work.
Cash looks tired, to be honest with you.
He's making him work. 2 rounds to go, Cash. How much do you want it, son?
We'll see. We'll see.
Lee Connelly's not sitting down between rounds. He fancies it. Cash is looking at the crowd. He's got to get on with it, Joe. It's 3 rounds to 1. There's 2 to go. If he loses the next 2 rounds, it's a draw. And that's if he sees the final bell. You need to pick it up. Back on the job. Stop wasting your movement and your motion. Relax, get on the job.
Yeah, Cash needs to get back on his boxing this round. He's walking into Lee's fight here. Lee wants him to come and have a tear at with him, and that's exactly what he's doing. And he needs to get back on his boxing.
The thing with Cash is he's not doing it on purpose. He's got no legs, Joe. His legs have gone. His legs have gone. He can't move. He's got no movement.
And this is what 3 years out there ring does for you, isn't it?
Exactly. He's come back to a very hard fight. I give him all the credit in the world for that. He's got all the talent in the world. But Lee Connelly has come here to win.
There's definitely easier fights to come and have your first fight back after 3 years.
2 rounds to go. And Lee Connelly's come out like an house on fire.
Nice little backhand there from Cash.
He needs more of it. He's got to box him. Move. Shabba move. There you go. Hit him. Hit him, don't get it. That's the art of boxing, Joe. That's what I was told as a kid. I never listened. But Cash needs to tonight.
That's a nice jab there from Lee.
This is not where he wants to be now. Doesn't want to be there. Lee cannot punch really very hard. But if you get tickled around the rib, Joe, it don't matter if you can punch hard. I always said I want a big puncher. If I start tickling your rib cage, it's game over. The same with Lee.
Especially them little 8-ounce gloves. You're going to feel them.
Cash has got a box, got to move. I don't know why he's standing in front of him. I know why his legs have gone, but he's got to find the way. He's got to move. He wants to win this contest. He's got to move, Joe. He needs to win one of these last 2 rounds. You see he's tired now. He's just rushing around the ring.
He's falling in with every shot as well. He's fighting like a tired man.
Lee Connelly is tired as well, don't get me wrong. Cash had a very good first 3 rounds, landed a lot of shots on Lee. And he's a younger, fresher man. Time out or not, he's still young, he's still fresh. But he's really being dragged into it now. He's being dragged into Lee Connelly's type of fight.
Left hook to body.
He does not want to be there. The move cuts up close.
He needs to get his back off them ropes and move them feet.
That's Lee Connelly. That's Lee Connelly. That's where he wants to be. He's outworking him. Get back on him, Lee. He can't miss with the uppercut, and he knows it.
Cash standing and training with Lee. He needs to get back.
He's got a cut on his nose. He's either got a cut on his nose or some blood on his nose, Joe. I'm not sure.
Lovely uppercuts on the inside there from
Lee Connelly really starting to work now. The referee starting to have a look. Cash really needs to get on his bite now. He cannot stand still with Lee.
Looking out to the crowd again. He needs to concentrate on this fight. He needs to get on the fight. He needs to get back on his job, back on his boxing. He doesn't want to stand and fight Lee's fight because this is what Lee's good at.
And Lee just keeps bringing up the middle, Joe. Keeps bringing him up, knocking his head back, and then going down to the body. Cash is a very, very tired man now. Lee Connelly will do this all day long, Joe.
This is Lee's fight. This is what Lee likes to do.
And look how he's been dragged round on the ropes there. Turned like nothing, Joe. He's gone. The kid's gone, to be honest. The kid has gone. If Lee Connelly now focus on the body, you can see Cash's elbows now. He's got his elbows in. He's giving the head away.
Referee's having a look
the body.
The referee's
Could be
having a
a
look.
very, very long last round now.
Big
Lee
big round
Connelly.
for Lee there.
I'm getting involved, Joe.
I can't spay.
I'm getting involved. This show tonight, let me tell you, one of the best I've been to for a long time. Maybe not the quality, but the away corner. Every fight has come to fight, Joe, and they've had results. This is what small world boxing is all about. And we still got a main event to come. Jamie Stewart, Benfield. Not sure what it's for, but it's a good fight, let me tell you. Look at the work from Lee there. This kid's gone, Joe. He's gone. And I'm trying to look away while I say that because I know he's looking at me. I'm looking away now. He can't see me. He's gone, Joe. He's gone. First few rounds, great. He's showing toughness, but he needs to win this last round. If he does not win this last round, it's a draw. And that's not good. I kind of hope the kid pulls it out. He's on with the future here. I want to see him pull it out, Joe. Needs to box.
Cash straight on the back foot, straight back on his jab. This is what he needs to do. He needs to get back on his boxing and move around the ring. Avoid Lee, avoid getting dragged into Lee's kind of fight, which is what he's done for the last 2 rounds.
The thing is, Joe, you can do this for the first minute. The rounds are 3 minutes long. And I don't know if he's looking for big shots. You're not going to hurt this man. You're not going to hurt Lee Connelly. You didn't hurt him in the first 3 rounds. You ain't going to start now when you're tired. Get out of there. He needs to move. This is better from Cash. 2.5 more minutes of this, Joe. That's what he needs. Lee, your jab, feint. Get a rest. Miles better. Lee's starting to look a bit tired himself
nice
now.
There from Lee.
This is better from Cash. Miles better. He's boxing Miles better. Lovely work.
That's it,
lovely work.
Pot shotting and moving off. This is what he needs to do.
Got to keep boxing now. Keep boxing. The second his feet stay still with Lee like that,
that is not
tie
where
him
he
up.
wants to be.
He's got to tie him up. Don't punch back with him. Tie him up or move. Lee now, this is where it's got a minute and a half to go the round. There's no clock. Where's the clock? I need a clock. What's left? About 1:40. This will be the longest 1:40 seconds Cash has had in a boxing ring. He's really started the round well. He's winning it. This is what he needs to do. Flick the jab. He's got a cut by the left eye, I believe, as well. I think it's my left. I'm not very good with my left and right.
I take my hat off to Cash. He's come back after 3 years out and he's chose there's many easier fights to take than Lee Connelly in a 6-rounder for his first fight back after 3 years, so I'll give him that.
He's winning the last round. His box absolutely fantastic. I thought he was gone. If he wins this round, he wins the contest. Lee Connelly's starting to feel the pace himself. But let me tell you about Lee Connelly. What a man he is.
Lovely work there from Cash.
Tries it out every week. Cash really pulls out the bag. I'm more impressed by the last round by Cash than I was in the first 2 rounds. Nice movement, bit of showboating, fast hands. This is what's impressive, Joe, because this is pro boxing. This is what you need for let's go to the next level. Toughness and gritting it out when you really don't want to be in there. And he really has pulled this out. Joe, I'm exhausted.
Cash wants to get on his jab.
I'm exhausted. What a fight this has been. What an effort from Lee. I think the effort from 4 and 5. And you know what, Joe? If you told me 3 minutes ago Cash would have won this last round in the manner that he has, I wouldn't have believed you. Hats off to this young kid, because he's won that fight 58-56 and he deserved it. And Lee Connelly, what a man.
Cash boxed lovely in that last round there, on his movement, on his jab, which is what he needed to do for the rounds. He boxed lovely there in the last round.
That was brilliant. And I'm going to have a lay down now before the main event.
You couldn't catch your breath in that one. Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of professional boxing, we're going to our referee ringside, scoring the contest. Mr. Kevin Barlow scores the contest 58-57 in favour of your winner. And still with the winner.
Great result there for Cash. We're going to head over now and he's going to tell us this side of things.
Now, isn't it? 8-0. Cash, 8-0. Fantastic fight. Great victory here in Kingsall tonight. How are you feeling, man?
Do you know what, mate? I'm happy I got the win. You know, I left it a bit close in the middle rounds. But do you know what? We've been out for 3 years to the day. I've had a broken hand. We've had numerous injuries.
He's been out for 3 years. He's done no sparring for that fight whatsoever. He pulled his shoulder. After pulling his shoulder, he pulled his hamstring because he was doing loads of running. So basically, that was a great performance because by rights he shouldn't have been in the ring.
I've not sparred at all for that fight, not once asked him. I stopped me running 2.5 weeks ago with 2 pulled hamstrings. My physio said to me, I can get you into this fight, but you've got to get yourself through it. And that wasn't amazing, Cash. But do you know what? The people that are going to doubt me over little rounds, we've had 3 years out and come back from a stabbing in 14 months. So I'm fucking proud of myself, sorry for long.
He would not fight. He would not want fight. He goes to me, I'm fighting anyway. He said, I waited 3 years for this. I've been stabbed. I'm going out. I've sold loads of tickets. I'm definitely boxing. And it was down to him.
Can I just say, a big thank you to Scott and the team at Impact. Because trust me, since COVID, there's been a lot of bumps in the road. But these guys at Impact stood by me. They've helped me through it. Give me the bookings I've needed at times. But I tell you what, today is for us lot at Impact Boxing Club because we're on the up and we're on the rise.
So, you know, before the injuries, before all these setbacks, you know, you were touted to box Sonny Price for the Midlands title. What's next? Is that something you're looking to get back on?
100%. I mean, look, I've been chasing fights for a long time. Scott's had to hold me back when I was 18. Don't judge me off a camp. That was a good camp. But we were injured for 4.5 weeks. Take me out to Lee Conley because he stuck on me tonight and he asked me a few questions. But I've answered them and I've come through a little bit of a tough test there. And if Sonny Price is the next step up, respect to him, but we'll get it on. Look, I'm here and I'm here to stay. And me and Scott and the team at Impact are only on the way up. And if he's the next stop, then he's the next stop. We want it with anyone that wants it with us. Simple as that.
Is that something you want to see, Scott?
I like seeing him just fit, healthy how he is now, and boxing. And then whatever comes. But we're chasing titles. Basically, we chase titles. Might need another one to warm in, but this one and the next one, he's definitely got me boxed for something.
Before you go, just remind you, we've been out for 3 years. 3 years, and we come back in a tough fight like that and pull through it. So you know what, the only way is up, and with the team I've got behind me, I'm going straight to the top.
Lee brought his son to watch him for his first time today, so I knew Lee was going to have a scrap, because obviously he brought his kid for the first time. So I was a bit like, oh no, that's not going to be good for us, but yeah, it made a great fight, to be fair.
Absolutely. Lee Connelly always comes to fight. He's had 93 fights, he's only been stopped 8 times in those you're guaranteed to get some good solid rounds with him. He always comes to fight. You know, you've been out the ring for 3 years, you've got the W, you're back in that win column, and after 3 years, not only are you getting that win, but you're bringing this sort of crowd in. Do you know what I mean? And you're getting that pop. I'm excited to see what happens next.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But you know what? I'm actually glad in my 8th pro fight I've been asked them questions, because now Scott knows I've got the art to come through and do as I'm told in the corner, listen and learn. And I got asked questions, but I fucking answered them, and I'm back and I'm loving it. And thank you to my team, all my sponsors, my family, my pops, everyone that supported me and got me back to the top, because if it weren't for these guys, I've been left hanging dry when after stabbing, but we're back. And thank you everyone who's supporting the Evade the Blades campaign at the minute. We will beat knife crime together.
Spot on. Well done, Cash. Fantastic. Cheers, Scott. Cheers. See you in a bit. Back over to Dave in the commentary booth.
And handing you back over to our MC, the Notorious T. Handing you back over now to our MC, the Notorious T.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we come to our main event of the evening. It's for the British Boxing Ball Control Midlands Area welterweight title. It is scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds. It is sponsored by Ferguson Casino, GTM Partners, Trade Media, and Hughes Gold. And it's brought to you by Into Boxing and Boxing Social. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring as he makes his way down the challenger from Birmingham, Benfield. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your champion to the ring, from Lawton, Germany, ladies and gentlemen, following has been sanctioned by the British Boxing Ball Control for the Midlands Area welterweight title. It is scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds, sponsored by Ferguson Casino, GTM Partners, Great Media, and Fuse Gold. Brought to you by Into Boxing and Boxing Social. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce first to you boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the black, silver, and red. Weighing at 10 stone and 6 pounds. He comes to the ring for his 25th professional bout from Birmingham, the challenger, Benfield. And his opponent, boxing out of the ring corner, wearing the purple and green, weighing at 10 stone and 3 pounds 4 ounces. Comes to the ring with a record of 6 professional bouts. 3 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. From Lawton, Staffordshire, Jamie! Ladies and gentlemen, your referee in charge of the action is Mr. Kevin Parker. Your time of the bell is the other spoon, Jason Boone.
Joe, this is a proper fight, mate. Proper fight. Jamie Stewart got a draw with Florian Marco, and Benfield's have been in with everyone, and he's beaten Arthur. Anyone, anywhere, both of these men. Really looking forward to this.
Has Ben boxed since the box?
Why did you do that? What I can tell you is, if this don't go 10 rounds, I'll be shocked. 2 very hard men here.
I mean, you've got to be good to get a draw with Florian Marco.
Benfield's at one point was beating everyone. 7-1 kids, 8-0 kids, 6-0 kids. This is going to be some tear at this
Jamie
show.
looks to be targeting the body straight away, winging hooks in with both hands to the body.
And that's how experienced he's had 6 pro fights show. He's what's only a mark, I believe, in his 4th fight. This is going to be a tear up, start to finish. Benfield don't know any other way. 10 rounds he's got at this. Look at him working the body. Benfield's there.
Lovely backhand to the body there, Benfield.
Experience, man. Jamie Stewart is putting a lot into this show.
Field seems to be forcing Stewart to be throwing a lot of shots that he might not want to throw, exerting energy here.
That's the thing, he's making him work harder than he wants to. I don't think he will stop throwing though, because the sting may go out of him. The uppercut is the shot for Fields.
Yeah,
good right hand from Fields there. It's interesting, Stewart on the lovely straight right to the body there. Came in at 10-3, which shocked me a little.
Looks a big lad as well for 10-3.
Fields has been down at lightweight, but he's been up at light middleweight, I believe. You can see by looking at him, he's super condition.
Fields forcing the action here.
Physically strong as well. I really don't think this will slow down.
This over 10 rounds is going to be some pace to keep. It's going to be very, very tiring now for Stewart. If Fields can keep the pace up and keep pushing him back like he is.
It's going to be last man standing, Joe.
Lovely work to the body from Fields there.
Yeah, he's very, very strong.
Jamie needs to move and get himself off the ropes. Lovely back onto the body.
Fields is kind of clubbing him in at the minute. Only 2 minutes gone, Joe. Possibly another 28 to go. Good work inside. He's got to get off the ropes somehow if he can. Fields looks to be physically stronger early on.
Look how wide Fields' back is. The man looks massive. He looks like a big, strong unit, doesn't he?
Good right hand from Fields. Straight right hand, straight on the chin. Oh! He's rocked Fields there with an overhand right.
That got the attention.
The legs momentarily went there.
Looked a bit sus. Lovely backhand to the body there.
You see with Fields, while he'll wobble with that, hard man, you can just see, shook it off. And Fields, for me, even though he got wobbled into the round there, he won the round clearly, did more work, the better work overall, but the best shot there, and encouragement will come from that, from Stewart.
Oh yeah, definitely. Fields forcing the action in that first round there, pushing him forward, marching forward, using his strength, making Stewart waste energy that he don't necessarily want to use.
Yeah, the first 45 seconds, Stewart came out like a man possessed, and then he felt Fields' strength, he got bullied a little bit, lost the round, and towards the end of the round, caught Fields high on the top of the head. He did shake him. Not sure he hurt him, but he definitely felt it in his legs. So it'll be interesting. Stewart may now take confidence from that. His work rate may lower, and he may go looking for that big shot now. He ain't gonna outwork Fields anyway. He's looking for that right hand again, Joe, straight away.
And Fields straight back on it. Starting the second round as he finished the first.
Going to rinse and repeat. Fields only putting the pressure on. And Stewart now feels like he's found something early on. With that right hand, bringing it wide round the side. He's not half banging the shots, I can hear him from here, the thudding from the side of Fields.
Let's have a little school shot from Fields there, knocking the head back to Stewart.
Good job from Stewart there.
That's straight right to the body for Fields. That's a lovely shot, that one, coming forward.
Yeah, it's just a sickening shot in that area of your stomach. It just hurts a bit. You know what I mean? It's just a bit painful. Makes you bring your leg up a little bit. You know, you bring your knee up when you're fighting as a kid. Makes you do that one, doesn't it?
Very uncomfortable shot.
Stewart's getting in the shove now, which is nice to see.
Big winning right hand there.
Yeah, he had a bit of success with that, and I think now, like I was saying earlier, He's going to go behind his jab, lower the weight rate, and he's going to look for that. But Fields, while he does that, Fields is outworking him.
Nice body work.
Yeah, I like. It's only his 7th pro fight. You know, he's a bit of a novice in terms of numbers, but he's really committing to that body.
I don't want to go off topic, Dave, but Stewart's mouthpiece is massive. That screw shot's lovely. Slipping to the left-hand side and throwing the screw shot.
That gum shield does look big, Joe, in answer to your earlier question.
Thank you.
It looks like he's possibly... He's breathing out his mouth already, but the gum shield does look big, but I'm sure he wouldn't wear it if it wasn't comfortable. But he's getting outworked by Fields.
Leaving a big hole in his body there by covering the left-hand side of his head.
Fields is physically stronger. I think the punching power goes with Stewart. But he's getting outworked, he's getting bullied at the moment.
Nice right hand over the top there from Fields, but Stewart comes back with a few body shots of his own.
Fields is really putting the pressure on now. Very physically strong.
Second round. This is going to be a very physically demanding fight, isn't it?
Yeah, these men, I don't think these men have got any quit in them, so I do think it'll go 10, but it's going to be very interesting how this plays out.
Yeah, two hard, fit men.
Round 3 coming up, Joe. I've got it 2-0 Fields at the minute. I think he's doing more work, using his physical strength to his advantage and just doing more. I don't think he's the biggest puncher in the world, but he's very strong and very fit. And Stewart's got to wait him. He's really got to wait and get his respect. And that is the big gum shield as well, Joe, like you pointed out earlier.
It's a huge gum shield, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a massive gum shield. I'd struggle with that, to be honest.
Very strong man, Fields. Very strong.
You can see that the strength of Fields is ridiculous. He's just thrown him back onto the ropes. He's tried to step away and he's just grabbed him and said, no, get back on them ropes.
I would like Fields off that jab to start banging
nice
shots downstairs now. That right hand, just bang it like that, right and cute. Underneath Stewart's front elbow. Bang that right and underneath him there. He got 10 rounds, only round 3. What we did see with Stewart when he boxed Marku, he was put down in the Marku fight, got back up and got a draw. Very tough, I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
Field just taking them ups on the gloves. Oh. He just marches forward, Fields, doesn't he? You can throw what you want at him, he'll catch it and he'll just walk forward. He'll throw you back onto the ropes like he just does.
Yeah, Stewart don't want to be in there, he don't be getting into that kind of physical, you know, that wrestling and all that stuff. It's only that's going to suit Fields. Stewart's got to get back on his jab and walk Fields onto something and get that respect from him.
Look at him here while referees talking to him, they're both just head to head staring live at each other. The two gay men here.
Referee's telling him it's low, can't really see from here.
Fields marching forward again.
Fields game plan.
Lovely bit of work there on the ropes.
It's not going to change. Stewart's got to really put him on that jab, and he's got to put more weight in the jab. You know, Fields will just walk straight through that. He'll block it, he'll parry it, and he'll just come straight through it with something bigger. Way too strong for him currently, Joe, way too strong. So I haven't really got an answer right now.
Yeah, the strength of Fields played a massive role in this fight here early on.
starts to think. I like what Stewart's doing, but I just don't think at the minute he's not really got anything to face Fields. He had that success earlier with the right hand, but since then he's not hurting with a punch. He can't keep him away, never mind pushing back. He's doing the right things. He has tried to commit to the jab. He was trying to hit him in the body, but at the minute Fields is just way too strong.
It'd be good to see Fields double them body shots up and bring them upstairs, or finish upstairs with the left or right hooks after them body shots.
Yeah, at the minute Fields is just seems hell bent on just showing physical dominance. And for me, that is a long round as well, by the way. That's 3-0 to Benfield. Looking at these highlights, Fields is going for volume over power. He's just overwhelming, really. I think overwhelming would be the word, just with strength and volume. And I know it's early doors, but it's very hard at the minute to see where Stewart gets into this, because I don't really see Fields slowing down. He's not really getting hit with anything.
Yeah, he's doing well, Fields. He seems to be using his brute strength to get Stewart back onto the ropes, and then once he gets him there, like you said, he's using his volume in punches and putting his shots together once he's getting back onto the ropes.
Yeah, I want to see Stewart really get on the jab, stick with it, and just put a bit more weight in it. And again, he needs to avoid sitting on the ropes. He's going straight back to the ropes every time.
Lovely little three-piece there from Stewart.
Stewart's a good fighter. He's just.
But Fields once again just grabs him and just walks him back to the ropes.
Yeah, the strength and work rate of Fields at the minute is just too much.
Nice work from both men on the inside there.
Again, tying up again. Stewart there wasn't bullied off. Back up to the ropes again though. Just waiting for Fields. He's just waiting there.
Fields just putting all of his weight on top of Stewart, draining energy out of him there. Nice little body shot under the elbow. It's a better round from Stewart, this.
Yeah, Fields does seem to have slowed a little bit from the first 3 rounds. He's not cutting the distance quite as fast.
It's a nice little short left hook from Stewart there.
Good left hook on top of the head there. This is a much better round from Stewart. But I think it may be down more to
nice right hand.
Fields is starting to slow down a bit. We're lacking to commit to the jab. Stewart just commit to it. Start with the jab there, lovely. You want to starve Fields that success for as long as you can. Because as soon as Fields gets the ball rolling, he's off, and it's very hard to stop.
Yeah, I feel Stewart standing on the ropes for too long when he gets pushed back there. He needs to, as soon as his back touches the ropes with Fields, he needs to get on his bike and get gone.
Earlier in the round, Stewart weren't sitting on the ropes. I was having more success to come back to the middle of the ring, back on his jab. And as soon as he stands there, Fields to stop his use his strength and just throw punches. There's not much in him, there's not much power to him, not much venom, but it's just out working. This round's close, but now with 15 seconds to go, Fields is getting back into it. I think this is a level round, to be honest. It's a better work, but again, towards the last minute of the round, it's just been outworked a bit.
There's a much better round from Stewart there.
It was the first 2 minutes was bad, but the last minute, this is sort of back to where the first three went. He's got to keep off the ropes, commit to his jab, and let the shots go like his, because when he lets his shots go, he lets them go really nice, especially with the left hook to the body. He's got to keep away from the ropes. How are you scoring it, Joe?
Going into the fourth round, I'd have Fields 3-0 up. Sorry, going into the fifth round, I'd have Fields 4-0 up, but Stewart coming into it a bit more there, ending the fourth round. Yeah, so I'd say 4-0 Fields, but Stewart coming into it a lot more in that last round.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I think the first three was pretty clear cut. The fourth was the closest round so far. And I thought Stewart was winning it till the last minute, and he's backing up there to the ropes. It's not that he's doing good work when he's there, but he's just staying there too long. Do your work and now move. Done your work. And then Fields, that lovely shot from Fields. If Stewart can keep it in the middle of the ring for the round, he wins the round. He just can't seem to maintain it for 3 minutes at a time. Better with the jab, but again he's backing straight up.
He's just staying still and allowing Fields to just walk him down onto them ropes.
Middle of the ring, Jamie needs to keep it there. Keep it there. But and when the referee says break, move your way back to the middle of the ring. Don't just stay there and back yourself up. Then he must move, he can't stay there. Fields will now just start picking up points.
He's staying on the rope for too long, Stewart.
He is. Fields is definitely slowing down, but he'll slow down a lot quicker if Stewart keeps him in the middle of the ring and makes him box, makes him move, makes him turn, keep him turning, keep him moving. Feel that jab in his face to slow down a hell of a lot quicker than there, because the minute Fields is slowing himself down by putting pressure on and hitting Stewart. All the noise behind us is Stewart fans telling him to get off the ropes. And I've got to agree with him.
Yeah, this is exactly where Benfield wants Jamie Stewart. He wants him with his back on them ropes, flat-footed, standing still, so he can get his work off and he can use his brute strength to his advantage.
I think much like the fourth, Stewart is doing the better work, he's landing the better shots, but he's just sitting on the ropes while doing it. I think Stewart's winning this round, but he's spending way too much time there. And he might tell me after it was a plan just to let Fields punch himself out, but we're just about to go past halfway and really got to start trying to push Fields back soon.
Remember where you come from, Jake!
I'm going to go 4-1.
It's another close round, that last round.
I agree it was close. I thought Stewart there did the better work. I'm going to go 4-1 Fields. I get that one to Stewart. I thought he did the better work. He spent less time on the ropes. And I think that was more from Benfield when he got on the ropes. He didn't have the same snap or the same energy. And I'm going to give it to Stewart, and it's an interesting one now. But I think if it is 4-1, Stewart's well in this fight. I think he's down. I think he's down by a few rounds, but I think he's well in it. Mainly because Fields is really starting to slow down now.
Yeah, definitely, and Stewart getting some good work off as well. But whilst his back's on the ropes, he's still getting the good work off. But like you say, it'd be good to see him use his feet a bit more and get his back off the ropes and start boxing a little bit, pushing Fields back himself.
Yeah, an interesting 5 rounds coming up. Jamie Stewart looks the pressure. I just think I'm not jabbing off that jab, that right hand over the top of him in the first round will land again. I think that's the one he's looking for there. Going to be a little bit more finesse in it than that, but I think that is the shot for him.
As physically demanding as it is for Stewart to be pushed back at this pace by Fields. Fields has got to be feeling the pace himself as well.
Yeah, I definitely think Fields is feeling the pace. He's super fit, super tough, and I think he's well up on the cards. But lovely shots.
Big shots there. Both men exchanging in the centre of the ring there.
Yeah, Stewart. You know, while I think he's been outworked, he's never once looked any kind of trouble. I don't think he's at any point any problems with Fields' punching power. He's just physically being bullied a little bit. The thing with James is a bit predictable. It's jab right up, jab right up. You know, bang. Even if you just change the jab, fast one downstairs, fast one, bang one in. So it's a little bit different. It's all a little bit one pace, and it's all the same thing after the other. It's jab, right up, jab. It's all the same. You know, Fields very experienced. He's not going to fall for that. Bit more feints, put a jab downstairs, change the speed of it, change how hard you're going to throw it. Fields there again. It's not great, but he's doing the work.
And Fields again just using his brute strength, walking Jamie back onto the ropes.
Was on the back of some good work from Stewart there. He's starting to land his jab now, and only good things can come from that.
It's a better round from Stewart. He's not had his back on the ropes nowhere near as much as he had in the previous round. He's starting to box a bit around the centre of the ring.
He's trying to set the right hand up with the jab, but the thing is, you can see it coming from 10 mile away. He's flicking the jab and he's waiting for the right to come over the top, but there's going to be a little bit more cuteness involved in setting it up than there is currently. But Fields is starting to feel the pace now, and I'm not surprised because he really put a lot into the first four. But he really is slowing down now.
Yeah, Stewart seems to be using his feet a lot better this round.
I'd like Jamie now just to quicken his own feel now and really, and maybe up his work rate. Close round again.
That's a good left hook from Fields.
Again, another hard round to score. You know, Stewart's doing the better work, landing the cleaner shots, but Fields is just plugging on. For me, I'd probably give it, not really sure, maybe Stewart again, just for the cleaner work he's doing. He's boxing, so I want to go 4-2 Fields.
Yeah, it's a lot better round from Stewart there, not having his back on the ropes nowhere near as much as he had in the last rounds, and he's getting his work off a lot better in the middle. He's using his feet a lot more now in the previous round, and he's getting his shots off a lot better.
Yeah, it's a really interesting 4 rounds coming up. For me, this is going to come down to what Fields has got left. He really is feeling the pace now. For me, Stewart's going to keep going at this one pace. Stewart will do this all day. I feel like he'll do this for 30 rounds. He's tough. You know, and you can just see he's a fighter. He'll just keep going all day long. Definitely a lot more confidence. Yeah, more confidence now from Jamie now. For me, it's all stemming from, I think it's more Benfield's work rate drop than Jamie Stewart doing anything different. Jamie Stewart is very one pace, and you know, that might sound derogatory. I'm trying to pull him down. I'm not. He's tough. He's fit. He reminds me very much of one of my own boxers, Liam Kerrigan. Reminds me very much of Liam. You know, tough and fit.
That's a great shout. That, to be fair,
he's very tough and fit, and he'll just keep going all day.
Identical as well with how they box. That's almost identical.
That's horrible to Jamie. Like, don't tell him that. But yeah, he's one pace, but he's going to be there all day. And if Benfield starts to slow down, Jamie Stewart won't. He'll just keep doing this. Benfield's have been there so many times. He's tough, he's strong.
Jamie's found himself backed up on the ropes again.
Yeah.
I do wonder if this is part of the tactics. Back yourself onto the ropes and just try catching counter with Fields. Let him punch himself out almost. But
Remember where you come from, Jake.
Big up Oliver Morel watching at home. I just think with Stewart, it's just the physical strength is just a bit too much. Fields is back in charge this round. Stewart's really got to try and go through the gears a little bit. I ain't saying going from first to fifth, Joe. Just put it into second for a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Just cruise a little bit.
Let's just pick it up a little bit and see if Fields' legs and...
That's the first time this fight I've seen Stewart spin Fields himself.
Yeah,
no, he's not been walked back to the ropes. He's actually given him a go back and he's spun him himself.
Stewart's really got to push himself now and just go and then go again and then go again. And then when Fields wants to roll, shove him up and go again. That's the only way he's going to turn this round. For me, he's 4-2 down. For me, this round so far is the Fields round. Stewart's, I don't want to say he's having a round off, but I think Fields has picked it back up. Again, for me, Stewart's just going to go at the same pace all the way through. For me, this fight really depends on what Fields does.
Yeah, very, very dependent on the pace that Fields decides to keep at, whether he can keep going at this big pace that he started off with, or he's going to fade and it's going to favour Stewart.
Yeah, I think Fields has really come on strong again this round. Stewart's back on the ropes now. He's just when Fields picks it up, ups the pressure, ups the volume. Stewart voluntarily backs up to the ropes and by doing that just kind of gives the rounds away. I've got him 5-2 down, so you know he's needing knockdowns to win this fight now in my eyes. Three to go. Joe, how are you scoring it, mate? Through 7.
Through 7, I'm going to have to give it 6 to Fields and 1 to Stewart. Stewart had a good couple of rounds in between, but I feel like Fields is really pushing the action here, and he had a couple steady rounds off where Stewart came back into it, but I feel like the last round he's picked the pace back up and it's carried on how it started.
That's the second win, Joe, that, mate. That's the second win. I've heard about him, I've never had one. I've never had a first win, never mind the second one. Fields is coming back. These are two tough men. And if I was still a gambler, I would have gone the distance. These are two hard men. Jamie Stewart, pick it up. Give us the fireworks. You need these 3 rounds, son. That's for a draw in my eyes. Let's pick it up now, go to work, and give Benfield some back. But I like Benfield as well. I really like these two men. I really like them. Because this for me is quintessentially British boxing at its best. Two hard men really going at it for the area title, and to these two men that means the world to them.
Like you say in the gym, Dave, balls to the wall. Come on, boys, balls to the wall.
Jamie Stewart, let's go. Let's go, Jamie. Got to up the weight rate now. Ben Fields, rinse and repeat, mate. Do what's got you in the sleeve. Jamie Stewart off the ropes. He's covered me in his sweat, Joe. I'm covered in their sweat, Joe.
Most importantly, Dave, they've covered our sarnies in sweat.
Oh wait a minute, there's mayo on them, I'm disgusted.
Our sarnies, onion barges and quiche is covered in sweat.
Don't worry, I've still caught sausage rolls, I've had them all, it don't matter.
But they're still going to get eaten, don't worry about that.
Jamie Stewart, pick it up, Jamie. Gotta pick it up, son. That gum shield's still big, Joe, you might be on something there,
I told you it's a big gum shield, that. I know a big gum shield when I see one.
It's not good, that. Come on, Benfield, let's have some fireworks now. Come on, Jamie, you gotta let his hands go now.
Right hand.
Lovely shot. And he's gotta go again there. That's where you go again. There we go.
Come on, boys.
Come on, Ben. Go on, Jamie, give him some.
Him on the ropes for the first time this
Give him some. Where's that fire one, man says? Come on, Ben. Pick it up. Joe, this is realist. I forgot I was commentating then. I didn't really forget I was commentating. Gotta bring the uppercut. Lovely uppercut. He's gotta bring
the devil.
Fields is rushing onto him now. Bring it up. Can't wait there, Joe.
Yeah,
can't be waiting.
Fields
just making the target, Joe. He's making the target, mate. That's what he's doing. Jamie Stewart now,
The crowd's coming alive. The crowd's really coming alive.
Jamie!
Coming alive.
Come on, Jamie!
Dave Allen is part of the Jamie
Stoke is going mad! Stoke is going mad in here! Come on, Ben! Come on, Jamie! This is what it's all about, Joe.
Here tonight now.
This is what small boxing is all about. Let me tell you that now. It's the atmosphere, one man said. I've got a fan here, what do you think?
I love it. I love it. Go on, Stoke.
Big up Stoke.
Yup, Stoke.
What a fight this is. Lovely right hand. That caught Fields on. Fields is hard. He's tough. Well, let me tell you something.
The right hand finish with the left hook to the body is a lovely shot for Jamie Stewart.
I've seen in 3 weeks, Joe. Let me tell you that now. What a fight this is. You love it, don't you?
I've got one round that could possibly challenge it.
These rounds are long. That close one's there for 10 seconds. And I love it, Joe. Keep them going.
Where's the timekeeper?
Last 10. Last 10. He did tell him off. This has been a brilliant round. And let me tell you,
the timekeeper's loving it. He don't want the round to end.
These are the kind of rounds that can really make or break you in a fight
brilliant
like this.
Round. That round's really got the crowd on the feet here tonight.
What a fight this is. To be honest, I know Stewart's in the home corner. For me, Benfield, at the very worst, he's heading for a draw. Stewart, for me, he's down. He's down. Two rounds to go.
They've been close rounds. They've both been having success, but I feel like Fields has been pushing the work, and for me, that's got him up on the scorecard.
Fields must be in front. He must be in front. Well, let me tell you something. This fight's not over. Jamie Stewart's still got to go there and get something from this. What's that from? That's Kevin Keegan, 95 Newcastle to Ferguson. And you know something? They went to Borough and they got something. Jamie Stewart's not out of this. Let me tell you. Great starts to the round.
Starting the 9th as they finish the 8th.
Time, elbow, he says putting the elbow in. Let him at it, ref.
It's really coming alive now here.
Benfield is tough.
Oh! Lovely uppercut, and again.
He's got him. Get him up.
He knows as well.
Go on, Jamie, get into it.
And again, that's a lovely right hand from Jamie.
Benfield needs to grab on. He's gone. Bring it up. Bring it up.
Benfield is one tough man, I tell you that for free.
Mate, I'll tell you
he is
that.
one tough man.
He's got this fight won and he's going at it like a loony bin, Joe.
Jesus,
that was Jamie Stewart's chance. Push that man back.
What a tough man Benfield is. Jamie Stewart had him hurt big time there.
He's got to get off the ropes now and go again. Benfield's doing the right thing.
And again.
Benfield is really out on his feet now. Jamie Stewart put a lot into that and he's feeling it. What a brilliant fight this is, Joe. Couldn't disappoint. You knew it ain't going to disappoint, but it's even better than I thought it'd be.
Oh! Big shots here from Jamie Stewart.
Jamie
He
Stewart,
finds himself back
get
onto the ropes
yourself
again.
some space now. Jamie Stewart, and set about this man now. You've got 2 rounds to win the Midlands title. How much do you want it, Jamie Stewart?
We'll find out.
I think he wants it, Kenny.
He needs to want it. Mate, I like Benfield's me, but I want to see fireworks.
Now Benfield's coming back into it now, getting some work off on the ropes.
Leave him alone, ref. Let me get on with it, ref.
Like the crowd are shouting, whack him, Jay.
Mate, ain't no better
Whack him,
advice.
Jay.
Simple as that. Whack your man.
Whack him, Jay. The
Come
crowd
on,
want to
Jay.
see it.
Lovely
We want to
uppercut.
see it. Lovely shots from
Lovely
Jamie Stewart.
Shove him off. Gonna get him up. Gonna get some space. Gonna get some space. Ben's gonna give him less space.
Right,
Jamie needs to make space. He's gonna bring him on, Joe. The uppercut's there all day. Can't miss. Bring him up. Jamie Stewart, hard man, isn't he?
Two hard men
What's
here.
he doing?
Two hard men.
If he's not going to take a point off, he's not doing Jamie Stewart a favour, is he? He'll bring him up. He doesn't half look like Liam Carrigan, does he?
Looks like him, boxes like him.
Madness. Oh, bring it up. He's going to bring it up, Joe. It's simple math.
Liam Carrigan Senior.
He's tough.
He's on for it here.
He's very tough. Benfield is just, volume's been incredible. For me, 6-3, 5-4. Not really sure. I wouldn't argue with either score.
Is that a bit of rapping there from you, Dave?
Could be all in the last round. What a fight.
Another brilliant round. The pace is really. I thought the pace of the first round were good. They're really picking up now towards the end of the fight.
I'll tell you something, that left uppercut, slam back, the uppercut's there all day. Fields, he's tough. He's got his head buried into his chest, hands high.
Yeah.
He's alright whipping around. He's deflecting with his gloves. He's riding him. He's deflecting. Bring it up the middle. He's throwing the chin. Bring him up the middle. Then throw the left hook off the right uppercut. Jamie Stewart wants it. Well, let me tell Jamie Stewart now, when he watches this back, you could be 5-4 or 6-3 down, son. Get to work. Get your man out of there. Benfield, smother him. Be all over him like a rash.
I'll tell you something, Dave, I'm looking forward to this last round. Both men are going to put it all on the line here.
Jamie Stewart does not want to be there. He needs some space so he can get his punches off. Does not want to be there. Jamie Stewart, get yourself in the middle of the ring now. Let your shots go. Go, let your shots go there.
Dig him in there, come on. Oh, that's
Lovely
a lovely
shot.
uppercut there from Jamie Stewart.
Benfield's doing all the right things, smothering, get on top of him.
Benfield is one tough man.
I think Benfield's got the fight won. Smother him, get your hands high. Lovely shot. Then bring him up.
Lovely body shots there
Bring
from
it
Stewart.
up.
And he's found himself on the ropes. He seems to almost be walking himself back onto the ropes.
I don't know if landing the good shots, probably winning the round, but we're in round 10. Get your man out of there, because if not, you might be very disappointed in 5 minutes' time when Benfield leaves here with the Midlands title.
Them
Believe
sandwiches.
no doubt.
These sandwiches are wet through.
Open that bottle, we'll fill it for you.
I need to put lid back on these sarnies because they are wet through.
Jamie, got to get some space. Benfield's doing all the right things. Smother him. Lovely shot to the body. Lovely uppercut.
Nice uppercut there from Stewart.
Then he's got to give himself some space. He can't get any leverage in them shots.
Both
There's
men
no leverage
trading
in them.
lovely shots on the inside here.
He's not going to waste him with that. Benfield's doing all the right things. Jamie Stewart, minute and a half, son. He's got a minute and a half to win this title.
Lovely right hand.
Bring it up. Bring it over and bring it up. You're backing yourself up, Joe. You don't win titles with your backs on the rope. Let me tell you that now. Get in the middle of the ring and get that belt one if you want to win it. What a brilliant fight, Joe. Minute to go, mate. Minute to go.
Unbelievable fight.
Jamie Stewart, a big minute here.
Two men giving it
pull
all.
out a draw. You just never know how the referee's seeing it. One scoring official, and that's the ref. What's he seeing, Joe? Might not be seeing what we're seeing. Could be on this last round. And Benfield is really pushing this out of himself. He'd been tied for 6 rounds, and he's just pushing round after round. Jamie Stewart, get him in the ring, son, and let them shots go. No regrets.
The work rate and the brute strength for Fields and the toughness has really shown through these last few rounds. He's really picked it up as Stewart looked like he was coming back into it.
These two will test any man. These two are all the top prospects. Fight these two men. And better than that, Joe, I'd watch it again. I come back here and I watch it again. It's been unbelievable. 15 seconds to go, Joe, last 10. Brilliant fight.
Cracking fight. That's off to both men. Absolutely unbelievable fight there for the main event here tonight.
How are you scoring it, Joe?
Tough question that is, David. Like you say, it could go either way. I've got no idea, to be honest. Fields pushing the pressure all night. unbelievable work rate, showing unbelievable toughness.
I've got Benfield's 96, 95, 96, 94. I think Fields has won.
Hats off to both men though, Dave. Both men put everything on the line here tonight.
I want to watch it again. I'll see it again.
That'd be a cracking rematch, you know.
I've watched Jamie Stewart in 20 rounders, 15 rounders. He's old school, Jamie Stewart.
He won't stop.
No, he
would not stop. Would not slow down. Liam Carrigan Senior is a serious fighter.
Oh. What are you saying, Joe? 96, 95.
I'm rubbish with scorecards, but I'm going to say 8-2 or 7-3 to Fields.
96, 95. And watch them go wild in here.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of professional boxing, we go to our referee scorecard. Our referee, Mr. Kelcar, has scored the contest 95. 95. Ladies and gentlemen, this is
That's it's a disappointing result, to be honest, after both men put absolutely everything on the line here tonight.
After 10 rounds like that, Joe, the loser would have felt hard done by. Jamie Stewart gets to take his belt back. I feel for Benfield. I thought he won it, but take nothing away from Jamie Stewart. What a fight! And let me tell you, I would watch that again.
I'm going to say,
I would like to.
Let's see that again, eh? I'd love to see that again.
Right,
run it back.
That's us for the night. Joe, would you like to sign off?
Thank you very much, everyone. It's been a pleasure, and I'll hopefully see you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Scott Lawton and Black Mountain Promotions, thank you very much for your attendance tonight. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you again real soon. Thank you very much. Good night and God bless. Thank you.
Well in, man. Well in, man. Good fight. Thank you. So a hard-fought fight there, you know. You came here fighting a hometown hero, it seemed like, with the amount of support you had tonight. You got the draw. How are you feeling?
A little bit disheartened, but it's to be expected straight after a fight like that. Hats off to Jamie Stewart, do you know what I mean? I've looked at his story and his backstory, similar to mine, and the sort of success he's had in his life and the triumphants he's had outside the ring. Fair play to him, so take nothing away from him. I thought I'd done enough to get the win there. I thought I had him on the back foot, landing more shots, and he was looking tired. I think I had a couple more rounds in me, do you know what I mean? I think I landed more shots, but this is boxing, do you know what I mean? I've had a few losses on my record. Another loss won't disgruntle me. We don't lose heart. We get back on the horse and we go again. But fair play to Jamie Stewart. Thank you for all the fans that turned out, and yeah, we'll go again.
As I say, absolutely, that should be a moral victory for you at least. You know, you've come out here, the amount of support you had. For me, watching it ringside, it was electric, so it was quite difficult to watch it and enjoy it and judge. So in terms of the decision on the draw, I haven't got too much to say about that. All I can say is that to watch, mate, was phenomenal. Proper cracking show you put on. So thank you very much, mate. What's next for you?
I don't know, called John Pegg's my manager, so We usually fight in the away corner, so this was nothing new to us turning up. We won the Midlands title at super lightweight in the away corner, and that's what we tried to do tonight. And like I said, I thought I did enough, but that's boxing, and we go back to the drawing board. We go again. Fair play to Jamie Stewart.
Well, well done again, mate. Yeah, absolutely fantastic showing. Cheers to both of you. Thanks. Over to Dave in the commentary booth. Right, me and Dave are getting in the ring. Go back to Doncaster. What's that, about an hour and a half? Shit, I have to put the shift in, innit? Your mate's done well. Dave, fantastic bit of boxing there tonight in King's Hall and Stoke-on-Trent. You've got a sweat on, you've lost your voice a bit. What a night of fights, mate.
Really enjoyed it from start to finish, to be honest. Start to finish, yeah. You know, I was enjoying it a little bit. Lee Connelly, round 4 onwards, main event, no voice left. Mate, I love boxing, you know. And that was proper small law boxing tonight.
Small law boxing.
Every fight on the card there was a bit of intrigue to it, but the last 2 fights, mate.
And the home fans, the Stoke fans, they came out well, didn't they?
Mate, some of the chants, some of the stuff I was hearing, I love it. I'm going to take it to the gym and I'm going to use it. I loved it.
Fantastic. So, of course, you know, Jamie Stewart in the headline, a draw. Do you think that was a fair decision?
I thought Benfield's won it, to be honest.
Okay.
I thought up to halfway he was well in control. I thought it was close. Jamie Stewart, I think he's a 20-round fighter. He just go all day, won't he? Just a hard man. But I thought Benfield's nicked it, round 2 maybe. But can't moan with it. If they make it again, then I'm happy with the draw.
I'd certainly watch it again. You know, I said to Fields at ringside, in terms of watching it and enjoying it, it was that electric. I don't feel like I could have judged that because I was watching it and I was enjoying it. You know, you'd have to sit there and watch that back to say whether it was a fair draw or not. But it was a good fight. I certainly enjoyed it. You know, and the fans went mad for it.
I thought it was brilliant. I'd love to see it again. You know, as for the rest of the card, Flash Cash got some fans, hasn't he?
He's got some fans and he answered some questions tonight. Do you think?
Big question, yeah. He can box, he can move. You know, he's got the moves, he's got the footwork, he's got the punches. Has he got this? And tonight proved it. The last round, for me, that last round, that decided the fight, and he pulled it out. To be honest, I thought he won it by a round. So, you know, he's ticked another box tonight, so he should be happy with that. But improvements needed. Lee Connelly's good, but beating Lee Connelly's one thing. You're going to win titles, mate. You got to go way above and beyond that. So. Hopefully he can. He ticked a lot of boxes tonight.
No, he did. For me, you know, if I'm Cash's coach, I'm taking more out of that 6th round. Well, that's telling me about my fighter than the rest of that fight. You know, I think a little bit in the 4th and 5th, he was fighting for them, a bit more than fighting for himself. But he switched that back on. You know, he came out there in the 6th and he won that round and he won it well.
I think maturity for him is the big thing. 4 and 5, he was lacking maturity, looking at the crowd and all the rest of it. In the 6th round, it's like he matured. 4th and 5th round just matured him, you know, and he came out professional, won the 6th. I'm over the moon for him. I've got to go like Lee Connelly, great to see the away fight win now and again, but that's Cash's life. Boxing's his life, so I wanted him to pull it out and win, and he did. And now he can move on, and you know, he can learn, he can take his time, and he can do it right now. He's got all the time in the world, so yeah, I'm happy for him.
Good. We've had a lot of strong feedback for your punditry and your commentating tonight on the live stream I've seen. How's that making you feel? And, you know, after the boxing's done, do you think you've got a bit of a future in punditry?
Well, I think I should be punditing and commentating, but obviously my problem is probably a bit too much of that sometimes. Tell it how I see it. Well, I commentate and pundit as a fan. I love it, me. I'm in love with the game. I love it. Watching that fight, I lost my voice because I love it.
Well, you match the energy tonight, and if boxing needs anything, it needs some personality, doesn't it? So I'd want to see you on the big screen doing a bit more punditry. Outside of that, can we see you fighting anytime soon?
Yeah, I'm going to box again. Yeah. I'll box for the end of the year. Just take it one at a time. I'm only 30, but I'm an old 30, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm training, I'm managing. You know, I'm training fighters. You know, promoting is round the corner. So I've got my fingers in all sorts of stuff.
I'm sure you have, Dave. And you're still the hardest man in Doncaster as well.
Well, I'm not sure I ever was. My old man, always better than me. So, you know how it is. I'm a gentle giant. You know this.
I know that absolutely, Dave. Well, it's been a pleasure working with you tonight. Thanks for coming. Thanks to all the lads and ladies who showed up tonight for this boxing at King's Hall. It's been a fantastic event. Cheers. Thank you.